Cheers.
It's 7 in the morning.
I'm scared. A las 7 de la mañana, ¿eh?
Oh, no. Oh, fuck. Okay.
Oh, wait, that was actually good.
Yeah, you want another one?
Bitch.
Hi, guys. What is up? Welcome back to a new episode of Suelta La Lengua con Itati. I am your host, Itati Lopez, and I'm super excited for today's episode because So we had one episode where we had two guests, but it was towards the end of a podcast. In today's episode, we have two guests, your favorite influencers, the Baddest Perras, and la muchacha with the pinche cuerpazo y culote.
I'm like,
Let's
me?
give a round of applause to Yoatzi and Louie.
Wait, so we're like your first two guests?
double? Yeah.
No way.
We had an episode, Brianna brought in su novio, but that was towards the end of it. But un episode where it's two people, you guys.
Oh, shit.
Wow, I love
Nobody.
that.
Thanks for having us. I'm
Teníamos
so
que comprar otro
excited.
micrófono, salió carito, pero nice.
Oh, wait, so you guys literally have to get a whole nother.
No. We have the extra one.
Pero
it's
she
the
still
first time
invoices
que tenemos two
You
guests.
had to take off the dust.
Sacarlo del cuarto y calarlo bien.
Wow.
Dude, how are you guys?
We're so excited
Drunk.
to be here.
Dude, we took a little shot y como que sí pegó. It's literally 12.
And it was one shot, and all three of us were like...
At the same time, we're like, you guys.
Pero qué lleno estaba ese pinche shot, no hombre.
Sí,
No les
estaba
cabía
bien
otra
pinche
gota,
lleno.
la Jessie nos quería poner
I
bien
know.
pedas.
It was a double shot.
It was like a triple shot, y'all. Cuando me la tomé, I was like, oh, shit.
I think we should take another one, but half a shot.
I'm down for a half.
Half a shot.
Ustedes y yo
Okay.
No, usted póngase a tomarse
No,
otra.
tú también.
Pero eso vino.
Half.
Nah, just-
Me peer pressuring,
glad
and I'm
you
going to be on the
guys are
chisme page.
leaving.
Itati forcing Yoatzi to take a shot.
Next
That's
one.
all they take from the full podcast.
Dude,
Literally
la
that.
neta. Okay.
Where's
Okay,
my
Dios.
shot cut?
Tantito.
We're going to take, today's video is sponsored by Nadia, hija de tu chingada madre.
I was all
it
into it. I was
really?
like, Don Julio, really?
Don Julio
I was like,
sponsored for
damn.
that.
Damn, it tinto sponsor, huh?
Ay, la botella. A ver, espérame. Damn. Okay, today we're going to be taking a shot for this episode because we have so much to cover. Damn,
Give me
Yoatzi.
a half.
Espérame.
Esta tiene la mano pesada.
Dude, ¿cuándo fue cuando nos conocimos? Yoatzi, this is the first time I
This
meet
is
her.
the first time I meet
No,
Tati.
that was, I was like shook. Hija de tu pinche... Mira, hasta se me está cayendo la pinche
Drink
shot.
it, Louie.
No, I'm scared.
Drink it, Louie. Drink it.
Don Julio
Mira,
me
Yoatzi, at least
presionó.
clean it up.
I'm coming.
Thank you. Me la llenó hasta arriba,
Yoatzi
dude.
quiere que... It's okay. Now you gotta fill it up too.
You know what happened?
What?
Ese como es negro el vaso, I couldn't see it going
Oh,
up.
look how it was getting filled
Yeah,
up.
so I was like, hello, is anything coming up?
Give me my fucking coke.
Salud. Okay.
Ahora sí se lo va a echar todo.
No.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
scared.
Just
Cheers.
do it. Salud to today's
Cheers.
episode.
Thanks for having
Suelta La
us.
Lengua. Para arriba, para abajo, para el centro y para adentro.
Oh my God, somebody, I do not know how to take shots apparently.
You guys, it's 8 in the morning.
Dude, when did so this is the first time I met Yoatzi. I met you.
Wait, okay. I want to see when do
ver,
you
I wanna
remember
know
us
too.
meeting? Because I remember.
You know you've met me when I was drunk as fuck. That's why
Shut
you're
up.
asking, because you know.
No, it was a long time ago. That's why I want to know if you remember what I
Puta
remember.
madre. It wasn't a Beauty Creations event for winter. I've met you before that?
It was like, okay, so we were both in the restroom and you were like throwing up. I just kidding.
I thought I was. I literally got, did you see my face? I was
I
like,
know
what?
you're like, don't
like
tell that story. That's
No, no. I was
No,
like,
let me tell you. So from what I remember, the first time that I met you was, oh my God, I don't even know how long ago. It was at Larry Hernandez's birthday. that was
cuando
the
estaban las
first
Marios
time.
twins y Daisy.
Yes, but I met your mom.
Yes.
And I don't remember if you were already doing social media.
Apenitas.
Right? Because I remember your mom.
Dude, that's so true.
And I remember
crazy.
like we said hi to your mom, and she's like, "Oh, it's mi hija Itati."
That's when I first got my nose done.
Oh,
I think we were
shit.
talking about like surgery. Remember?
Yeah, yes.
Yes,
And
I
then obviously we
remember.
all were taking drinks and shit.
Okay, let me tell you, that's the day I fucked up my nose. It's because that day, remember I got very, very drunk. I don't know if you remember how
I got
drunk
really
I was.
drunk,
I was very, very drunk. You didn't go that day. No, you
she
didn't.
go.
And entonces I was very drunk and I wasn't supposed to drink alcohol. I had 1 week that I had gotten my nose done.
Apenitas,
Oh my
entonces.
goodness.
Entonces I was supposed to drink alcohol. And you know how you're supposed to wear your tapes when you have it? Pues hace cuenta me fui a putear y a perrear. Me quité los pinches, estrené la nariz.
Yeah.
And since I was so drunk, when I got home, me venté a la cama por my face front.
Shut the
I
fuck
threw
up.
myself on the bed.
Fucking lying.
And I remember I heard my nose go
Oh,
like that.
Wait,
And
but
that
did it
was
hurt
all-
you since you were like a little?
Well,
fucked
I
up?
don't remember, but like I remember throwing myself, and then I woke up the next day and my face was swollen.
Fuck up.
So I didn't fuck up my nose. I just kind
No.
of like fucked myself
lastimaste.
up.
Was because like a week
Yeah.
after your surgery, you're already putting like all that pressure that you. Te dormiste así, I'm assuming.
I boca abajo y luego no traía mis tapes,
Tus
no
tapes,
tenías
nada.
nada.
Her nose was like,
Yeah, dude, literally
It's all, like,
parecía un
perfectly
pinche un
lifted.
gancho.
I was like, what
But
happened?
yes. Oh my God, excuse me. That's the day I met you.
Yeah, that
And
was
that's
the
the
first
day I
time.
actually met a bunch of influencers that day. Me sentía, me sentía yo la pinche, fuck. They were like, because I remember I met Daisy in El Baño, Daisy Marquez, and then I
Oh,
met Los Murillo
sí.
twins.
Yeah.
And then you were there, fuck.
Dude, and I wasn't even gonna go, but it ended up being so close to my house.
Oh, okay.
Because like ya había empezado la fiesta,
Yeah.
everybody was already like getting lit and having fun. And I was
Uh-huh.
like, should I even go? And then they sent me the address, and I was like, bitch, it's like 10 minutes from my house.
Oh, because Laura went too.
Yeah, Laura was the one that was like, dude, it's
Oh, qué
super close to you. So she sent me the
bueno.
address, and then I was like, oh shit, what the fuck?
Yeah,
And
dude.
I walked in, it was already like everybody was already partying, so I was like, fuck, but it was hella fun because everybody was already like,
I had so much fun that day. I actually, you should have gone that day.
I
A lo mejor estás bien
know.
ocupada, pero we need to party
Mom
one day.
duties.
No, y es que es un poco más difícil, pero ojalá we get to party one day.
We will.
I don't know if you remember the Beauty Creations event. That day I got very fucked up as well too.
Y tampoco no fui.
I know.
Dude, where the fuck?
I
But I
don't
feel like
remember
I've
why
met you,
didn't
Yoatzi.
go.
Siento como que ya te he conocido, pero no la he conocido.
that's why when I walked in, you
we're
guys were like,
friends
this is
from a
the first time.
distance.
That's so weird. But I've seen your
Yeah.
guys' live. I've actually seen your guys' content way before I was on social media.
Oh,
Way before, dude. Like, yo me acuerdo, tell me if I'm wrong.
A ver.
You won a giveaway from Jenny. Jenny te llevó algo a tu casa. Jenny 69.
A giveaway?
Before social media, something. Jenny went to your house for something. She surprised you with like in a party bus or
Before I was on social media?
like you started doing YouTube and you won a giveaway. Tell me if I'm
I'm
wrong.
like, no, that's not me.
Pero Jenny,
Because I didn't live here. We just moved. We used to live
Yeah,
like
we
up
lived
north.
up north.
Jenny nunca fue como, you used to do like videos like antes en YouTube, pero Jenny fue como a sorprendirte algo. Or an influencer. You won something and they took you. I remember it was you though. I don't know, but I've watched you since like
Yeah.
a long time. Both of you actually.
I was on me giving you a gift.
Yeah, it's a
Ever.
long time ago. Y me da mucho gusto
What?
tenerlos aquí en persona. Like it's literally
thank
so
you.
fucking cool.
Thank you.
We were just talking about how this setup is literally the colors of their
know.
podcast.
Well,
We're like pretty.
I was like
not
looking at it, I was like, wait, those are our
smart.
colors. I was like, wait, I'll just change the sign.
we're like,
Vamos a quitar ese and I'm on their podcast
We're
today.
like,
dude.
I was like, damn, this
thank you,
studio's
guys, for
nice. We're
coming.
keeping this.
I know. We're like, you want to switch?
We're like, suelta la brain.
Ya que me inviten para allá, ojalá y me
Yeah,
inviten a
no,
algún
we
del
would love to
podcast.
have you.
Dude, that's gonna be fun. Oye, ¿cuánto se llevan aparte ustedes?
Wait,
4
wait.
years.
Who
Oh,
do you think is older?
oh, sí.
This is a question that we love asking people.
Yo,
So answer right.
Yo, she's older.
Yoatzi se ve más vieja.
She's 27 and you're 25.
Wow.
Yes?
You're way off.
I'm
Nah, just
30.
kidding.
I'm 32.
Okay.
and he's.
And I'm 28.
Oh, so you guys are, what? I'm bad at math.
I'm
4
just
years
kidding.
apart.
We're just kidding. No,
No, you were right. You were literally
You were
right.
right.
Oh, wait, I was right.
Like, point on.
I was
I'm
at 32. I was
28
like,
and
yo,
he's
he's 32, which is
24.
not old, but like, damn, I was like,
No, I'm 28.
you're 24?
I turned 25 in August. Ya mero.
Yeah,
I'm turning a quarter.
literally a
gonna be a
And you guys always
quarter.
grew up like very close?
Yeah.
for the
I
most
feel
part.
like, yeah, I feel like because we're like, what, 3 years apart? No, or cuatro?
3.5, 4.
We're like 4
something
years
that.
apart.
Okay.
So I feel like we were super close. And then when she started going through like her teenage years, I was
Yeah.
still like a chamaco. So I feel like that's
Yeah.
when we weren't as close.
Because I was
Okay.
like, don't talk to me, leave me alone.
Yeah,
I was
she was
Like
like
your
with her
rebel
amiga.
stage and
Yeah,
stuff like
and
that?
I was like
Like,
still
I
playing with
play with my
Legos.
siblings.
But you guys siempre tuvieron como esa relación bien bonita, like creciendo y todo
Yeah.
eso. Did
Yeah.
you feel like ya cuando ustedes se comenzaron a meter como en relaciones ya un poco más distintos, como ya cada quien en su
like we got
vida?
into our relationship, we kind of separate.
No, yeah.
A little, I want to say a little bit, but I
Ajá.
feel like at the end of the day, we still always came back.
Oh, that's
Because
good.
we would go to each other for advice. Remember?
Yeah, it's because I feel like our family is really like
Close.
really
Close.
close. So I feel like
Oh,
even
qué
if we
bueno.
all kind of like drifted away, we always found the time to like
Come back.
Ay, qué
together.
Ajá.
Nunca se han peleado que no se hablen por bien mucho tiempo.
Bitch, ¿cómo que no?
Si nos hemos peleado, but I think that's something that we're really good at. Si nos peleamos, we're going to like do our best to fix it kind of quick. So
Okay.
I don't think we've ever gotten into an argument where we stopped talking to each other.
Yes, we did.
We did. Oh, yes, we did.
For
I
how
just remember.
long?
There was a time where we didn't talk for a couple months.
Like maybe.
Months?
Yeah.
yeah, we've talked about it like briefly before, but
Ajá.
it was like we had a very like a, ¿cómo se llama? Like a disagreement.
Yeah.
We didn't look in the same direction.
Oh.
So there were a couple months, and like, dude, it's weird when we talk about it because like that's not really our relationship. So for that to have had happened, it was really weird.
Was this when you guys were already on social media?
Yeah.
So did people notice you guys, like, did you guys unfollow each other on social media y todo eso?
No, it was very low key. Yeah, I feel like we didn't really bring it onto social media at all. But it was just mostly with us porque like
había como tensión.
So like she had just moved to LA. So and I lived here. Toda nuestra familia todavía vivía up north. So we really only had each other out here. So for us to like not be talking felt really like
it felt weird because we lived like what 15 minutes from each other.
Yeah, like 10-15 minutes.
But we would never talk to each other. Like we would barely see each other. It was just very distant.
¿Y quién fue la persona como que dijo, we can't continue being like this, let's fix this right now?
You came to my house to talk to me. It's because I feel like we weren't looking in the same direction, and then I just felt like, ay no, ya ahí quedó la cosa. I really thought we were never going to talk again, which is so sad.
I start crying.
No, I was really sad because like we had a really close relationship, but it wasn't really because of us. I feel like there was another
situation
getting like into our relationship that
okay.
It kind of, so it just like messed it all up. But it wasn't until she came to talk to me that I was like, okay, she does care. Because I was like, if she doesn't even care to fix it, I feel
like that was like not one of my traumas, but something that
affected you.
I hit it in the back of my brain.
Same.
Because it was so hard, like, because we grew up being together. So I think that was the first time that me and him kind of went like sideways. So I feel like I shoved it in the back of my brain and I try not to remember it because it gives me anxiety.
It gives you like...
It's weird because it's the same thing. Like I'll remember, but it's como que nunca pasó. Like, but it did happen. So when I think about it, I'm like, oh my God, that was so weird for us to have like done. But it happened. But then we were able to like talk things out. And at the end of the day, like, I mean, we're siblings. So I'll always have like that soft spot for her.
And you know what? I've always thought like on social media, a veces you can't even fight with, which is normal, fighting with siblings. You can't even fight with your siblings because it's like, if you guys were to have put that side of you on social media, it's like, Yoatzi and Louie se pelearon. Like, bitch, we're siblings. The fuck? Like, it's normal. You know what I'm talking about? Pero me da mucho gusto que tuvieron esa madureza or that you guys were mature enough to, like, you know? Porque a veces en este mundo, and I've always seen you guys so close. So it's like, I know it's normal you guys argue like it's a sibling thing, pero no estuviera bonito como si se distancian y ya nunca se hablan.
I know. I have seen some other siblings like that do content together también and they fight and it goes public and it just creates like an awkward tension when they come back.
Like that's
and, like,
personal.
That's personal. Like we should just leave that like behind social media. Like no más family matters, you know? Because at the end of the day, we're gonna come back. We're siblings, and then it's like, wait.
And it's normal to fight or agarrarse a putazos, agarrarse a chingadazos. Dude, pero es lo bonito, o sea, es familia, es lo que es siblings. Pero hoy en día cuando uno está en las redes, como que it's like, why are you guys arguing? Why are you guys fighting? Uy, les encanta el mitote a la gente.
We all fight. I'm like, we'll fight
right
now.
Dude, you know what? I don't know if we can get into this topic. I'll give kind of like the context. Y si está bien, pues sí. O sea, lo platicamos. Mira, hace un poco about like some girl that had like drama with you from high school. But I'm going to tell you why I'm bringing this up. Because I feel like people habla cuando les conviene. You know what I'm talking about? Like, la gente le encanta hablar a lo puro. Yes. And you reacted to it so well, Yoatzi. Because, hell yeah.
I'm gonna give you una
regañada.
No, yo siento como que a veces es importante uno defenderse. Yeah. Like, honestly, no matter what, yes, okay, you're in the public eye, yes. But if you don't defend yourself and you're in who you are and the person you are, then who the fuck will?
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I've always been this type of person. Recently, I've changed my mindset, but I've been always that type of person of like, if someone's talking shit, just be quiet, Itati, ignore it. Like, don't talk about it. Fuck no. If someone's talking about you, defend yourself. So I saw a little bit about it, and I saw that she was saying that like you were a bully or mean, and you were defending yourself. But even if Yoatzi was, like, why the fuck are you? How long has it been? Like
10 years. But what happened was actually that she was saying, I was talking, you know, in our podcast we talk about how we've been through stuff growing up and how we used to get bullied and all this stuff. She went to go say that everything that me and Louie say on our podcast is lies, that we just lie.
And I was like, what the fuck? Because like she full on said that everything we've ever talked about is a lie. And it feels really like invalidating because I'm like,
como que es mi otra hermana y que vivía con nosotros.
Exacto.
She felt like at that personal. Like
she was like, I know her on a personal level. I'm like, what?
Like, what?
That's why I reacted the way I did, because I felt like it was very invalidating to what. Well, I don't know about Louie, but like what I grew up with. And like she was literally just invalidating my emotions about what I went through. And then it so turns out that she did bully me and say mean things to me when I was in 5th grade. That's how long ago it was. Pero you know, cuando alguien te hace algo malo, nunca se te olvida. Siempre se te queda en la cabeza. So like when I saw that it was her, algo like a fire lit up inside me, and I was like, really, you out of all people, you used to like do things to me, you know? So that's why I responded the way I did, because I was like, no, mi amor, like you're not gonna invalidate my feelings, and then especially you out of all people.
I honestly agree, and yo lo que miro en las redes pues lo miro, ¿verdad? Pero cuando yo miré eso, es que es diferente que una persona lo mire y una persona que lo mire con like followers y plataforma, porque uno piensa como que nosotros que estamos en el public eye somos perfectos, ¿me entiende?
Yes,
uno no la puede cagar, uno no puede ser una bad choice. Like, bitch, we all fuck up. Yeah. We all fuck up. We're all humans. Yeah. We're not celebrities. We're not fucking movie actors. You know what I'm talking about? So uno la caga and it's like, damn, ya se te subió. Or damn, you're a bad person.
Cuando te defiendes, oh no, you're the worst person. Yes. Like, we can't even defend ourselves.
Exactly. Yeah. So I've like kind of came to the realization that you have to stand up for yourself, whether people like it or not, because that's just who you are. And when you saw that she was going through it, you as a brother, did you feel like, fuck, like...
Well, I'm kind of like that person that you said where people are like, don't respond to it. But it's just because like, I don't know. I just feel like for me, I always try to avoid the drama. I like to have like that peace of mind in my head. So sometimes I know like if you add fire to the fire, it's going to get like uglier.
It's going to get bigger.
Pero I will say that like, when I first saw her, because I didn't even see it. I saw it once it was being reposted. Yeah. I did get upset because I was like, fuck, Yoatzi. I was like, why the fuck would you like respond to this? Yeah. But then like after seeing it and like just seeing her stand up for herself, like it did make me feel like, okay, well like, because I mean, at the end of the day, I'm her brother. So I want to make sure that she's okay, that she's like safe and that she can stand up for herself. But seeing her kind of like shut down the rumor, shit that's not like fucking true, and somebody just coming at her like sideways. Yeah. I could understand where she was coming from, but then two, I was like, well, I'm glad that she was able to like stand up for herself and like wasn't afraid to come face to face, because like, because obviously she had nothing to hide, so she was like, no, I want to talk to this girl and I want to know what the fuck she's saying.
Hell yeah. And she never messaged you personally or like...
It was crazy because so before all of that happened, she was very supportive of me and Louie.
I was like, gonna say, and that's why I was tripped out. I don't know who this was.
Insane.
So you were really fast. You were never friends with her.
I was friends with her in 5th grade.
Fifth grade
when she used to.
And then you went to middle school and everybody apart, like ya se apartó cada quien.
I don't remember her in middle school. I think we did go to the same middle school, pero no me acuerdo de ella. And then in high school, nomás me acuerdo de ella briefly because she got in a fight with one of my friends, like a putazos.
So after 5th grade, hasta ahorita se pone a hablar.
Se pone a hablar,
No, and look, and here's
Sounds
the thing.
Sounds like an obsessed bitch to me.
Yes,
dude. And like, it's crazy because from all the messages, she was literally keeping up with my life since like I started doing social media. Damn. And she would congratulate us and she'd be like,
what I was going to say was like, this is where, you know, like a veces like some people just don't want to see you do good. Because I'm like, I don't know who this person was. And I always like to see who the fuck's like coming at like whoever in my family, you know? So I searched this girl up and I was like, okay, like where is this coming from? Where is this random like fucking 20 years ago drama coming from? For real. So I go to her page and I was like, I wonder if she's ever messaged me. And I checked and dude, there's literally DMs of her being like, I'm so proud of you and your family. Like you and your family are like amazing. Like I'm so happy for you and Yoatzi. And I was like, so then where did this anger come from?
No, baby reindeer, lo del Netflix.
Baby reindeer.
Dude, it's because like how? How?
Like where does it go from? Like,
what
the
fuck triggered you? So are you telling me that if you guys are on social media, this bitch would have never
She would have never brought it up. Pero dijo que supposedly ella se enojó because I told her when we were live and I was like, what's the switch up? And I was like, because I have all the messages.
Oh, you asked her?
I asked her on live and I was like, girl, what happened? What's the switch up? Yeah. Like you used to like love us. I don't know what the fuck. Yeah. And she was like, well, it's because I started watching your podcast and I started listening to all the lies that you guys feed everyone.
She's been on your guys' shit.
Yeah. And then I was just like, ay, mi amor. So I guess that's what pissed her off, all the lies that
Y luego yo miré que tú hablabas bien, Yoatzi, like tú le respondías bien con educación, le respondías bien. And that still triggers people. But if you were a grosera telling her shit, you'd be canceled. Yeah. Like you can never like...
You can't respond to people with the same energy because then people take it wrong when you do it for some reason.
People don't know what the fucking opinion means nowadays either. Like they don't know what that means. But anyways, I'm glad you stood up for yourself and I'm glad that you like... did it in a very educational or a very educated way. Like you responded in a very like dope ass, boss ass way.
Oh, thank you.
Y al que le cale, pues le caló, ni modo. Pero a veces la envidia viene de las personas que quieren tener la vida que uno tiene.
I feel like that's what it was
That's just where it comes from, unfortunately. Because someone that hates you will block you and remove you and get away from you.
Don't watch our shit if you're that
But someone that hates your grind will follow you and try and throw you down because you're living the life they wanted to. So
that's what it was giving.
Now, kind of moving into the topic of like the public eye, ¿qué les gusta a ustedes de las redes sociales? ¿Qué es lo que a ustedes les fascina, les encanta de las redes? And what's one thing that's like kind of like, oh my God, it's difficult?
For me, so like a really positive for me, porque, dude, I started back in like 2014, 2015. So ya tengo casi 10 años that I started this. Dude, but the most beautiful thing for me, like as bad as things get sometimes, I feel like the only reason I became like the fucking baddest perra and like my confidence is the where it's at now is because social media helped me like find a group of people who like loved me for me. Good. Because in high school, like middle school, elementary school, like I was bullied. And I don't mean just like, oh, like you're ugly. No, it was like really bad bullying. Like it was really bad shit, like ever since I was little. So when I started doing like social media, it was like an outlet for me to like post my mensadas and like people who were like laughing at it and not like laughing at they were laughing at me.
They were laughing at it and not you.
Yeah. Exactly. So I was able to build like a community of people who like just wanted to see me be happy, people who like loved me for me and like my comedy. So I was like, wait, like I don't get this love in real life. I was like, but I found a community of people like online who just want to see me be happy. Exactly. So I think that was like the most positive and like best thing ever. I was like, wow, like even though I didn't get to like meet these people like in real life, I felt like I had friends because I would post anything and they would like love what I was posting.
Exactly.
So I feel like that was a positive for me. But
what about a negative?
Oh, a negative for me? Like what you just said, that I feel like we have to be like, it almost feels like we have to be perfect all the time.
You have to have like thick ass skin for everything.
Yeah,
people
like it's just, you can't mess up with anything. Like, even as something as stupid as like sometimes I'll post like cooking videos where like I'm being like serious and I'm actually like trying to show people to cook. Ay, no, eso no, así no se hace. You don't fucking cook this right.
Se pone el consomé verde.
Yeah, people like, I wouldn't eat that shit. And I'm like, bitch. I'm like, it's something so simple as like me cooking, but it's like people who are actually like quote unquote angry.
And they don't realize that like we're all human. Like, I don't know how to explain that in other words. I don't want to use the word normal because we're all normal in general.
Yeah.
But like, they don't understand, like the people who watch us, and not everyone, the people who just talk shit don't realize that like we're all the same.
Yeah, we all, like literally what you just said, we all make mistakes, we all fuck up, we all do like.
Nos echamos pedos, nos cagamos, tenemos
diarrea sometimes.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, what's a positive and a negative for you?
I think a positive is just getting all of the love that we receive. I feel like at the end of the day, that's what allows me to keep going. Like anytime we post any content, we get so much love, and it just it makes me feel good. It makes me feel worth it. Or like people will give me good compliments about my kids and like, oh my God, your kids are so big now. I can't believe they're this big. Like muchas cosas bonitas vienen de eso. And it just makes me feel like, oh my God, like there's so many people that I wish I could know that genuinely love us for who we are and what we do, just for like being us, you know? That's like a really, really big positive, and that's what helps me sleep at night. But a negative is también la misma cosa, that just like, it almost feels like we're in a cage and we can't really fully do everything that we wish we could do, because people will often misinterpret it, or people will give their opinions when we don't ask, and you know, that's a big.
Or when they say like, "Bruh, I have Alzheimer's." I forgot what the fuck I was gonna say right now, but I was basically gonna say like, or they'll be like, "Why can't every influencer be like all the rest of us?" But then when we try to be like the rest of everyone, we're bad. So it's like fucking weird. But is being an influencer something you guys always wanted to do?
No. For me, it wasn't like a plan. For me, I just I started posting videos online and like just for fun, because I didn't even know being like a YouTuber or anything like that was like a thing back then. So it was just like for fun. But then I feel like I started growing a following, and I didn't realize it could be a job until like 2017. Where I was like, oh wait, I can make money off this shit, and like you know, I started taking it like a little bit more serious. But it wasn't like a goal. Like I didn't even know you.
What did you want to do?
I wanted to work in like the film industry. So I actually went to college for a bit to film like film production and like all of that. So I've always loved the camera. I've always loved editing.
Yeah.
Pero even then, I always wanted to be like behind the camera. I've always loved editing.
Okay.
So por eso es que se me hizo bien fácil like do social media, because I could edit all my shit. And I was like, oh, this is fun. Like I'm editing all my videos. And then it slowly turned into me being on social media. And that's why I quit. Well, not quit. That's why I like didn't continue college, because I was already like kind of living my dream through the videos that I was posting and shit. Because I used to do a lot of skits on YouTube and stuff. So I was like, I'm filming all my own skits and all this. And it was just like fun for me. And then it just turned into what it is now.
Oh, I love it.
That's fucking. And you didn't want to be or not that you didn't, but that it wasn't planned.
Igual, I didn't know that it was a thing. I followed Louie's footsteps after his became the big thing that it did. Pero yo tenía planes to go be a teacher. I was in school y todo.
Oh, shit.
Well, at first in high school, I was doing Cats News because I wanted to be a news anchor. Yo quería estar en las noticias and be like, bienvenido a Noticias Telemundo.
Like a whole life reporter.
She literally wanted to do that.
Newscaster. Y yo I would literally go do the news in my school, and like I wanted to do that, and I would go to field trips to meet like the people we met Univision, and we met like a bunch of people from the local news and whatever. I wanted to do that. But then when I got to college, I was like, ay no, qué aburrido. No.
Yeah, this isn't for me.
No, I was just looking for something else, and then I got into teaching. I started volunteering at schools and like working with students. Oh my God, I learned that was my passion. I was working with kindergartners, and I was like, I want to be a kindergarten teacher. Like I love singing to the little kids and like teaching them and talking to them and just everything that involved being a teacher. I loved everything about it.
Oh, dude.
And that's what I was going to school for, and I got my bachelor's in liberal arts.
Really?
So I was like ready to go full throttle.
Educated as queen.
But then social media was doing so well for me. Me faltaban 2 años from school to finish to get my bachelor's, and I was like, I'm just gonna keep doing my social media and my school. And after I kind of saw the pros and cons, and I was like, social media is just better, and I could spend more time with my kids, with my family. Y pues me va a pagar mejor, so I went the social media route.
Ay, qué bueno.
Yeah. She still has her degree.
Is that my degree?
That's fucking badass, huh? And when you guys told your parents that you were like, me voy a dedicar full time a lo que es mi social media y mis redes sociales, ¿cómo reaccionaron?
Well, I already knew I didn't want to go to college when I was younger, but it's not because I was like, I fuck school, blah, blah, blah. Like, I've always had a really hard time, like, learning, and I've always had, like, a very different way of, like, learning. And it sucked because, like, I would always compare myself to, like, the other, like, kids in my class, because, like, they would listen to us and they would pick it up super quick, but I was, like, that student that would, like, had to stay after school, and I had to ask all these questions, and I was, like, a visual learner, and then teachers would get mad at me, and then, because they just thought I didn't care, but it's like, dude, I just can't learn the same way that everybody else is learning.
Yeah, exactly.
So I feel like school for me was always, like, it almost felt like it was a way for, like, teachers or, like, the students around me to make me feel like I wasn't like them. Like, because I wasn't at their level. Or, like, I remember even, like, and like, when we would have, like, our reading, like, we have to go pick up books. They would give you, like, a certain reading level. I was, like, in 5th grade, and I was still reading, like, at a fucking kindergartner's, like, level. Like, 1st grade, 2nd grade, and all the kids were, like, why are you still reading that shit? And I was like, well, I don't, like, this is what I can read. So I wouldn't say that I'm, like... I would just feel like it would take me longer to learn things. Yeah. So school was always just like a fuck. Like it was always, it always made me feel like I wasn't worth it.
Exactly. Because you were always pretty not smart, huh?
And that's why we're pretty not smart.
Seriously.
Yeah. But like, so that's why like during school, it was always just like, oh, like I hate doing this. I hate like feeling like I'm not worthy of like what everybody else is. So I told my parents I didn't want to go to college because I was like, it's just so hard. But I did go to college for 2 years and I was doing really good. It was so difficult. Sometimes I wouldn't come home until like 1 in the morning because our library was open 24 hours. And I really wanted to do good. So I would stay in school. I would study. I wouldn't come home till like 1 in the morning because I wanted to make sure I did good on my exams.
Oh my God.
And I would stay like after class with my professors to like do shit right. I was like, well, I'm already fucking here. So might as well just do shit right.
Seriously.
And I only went to college because my parents were like, no, you have to go to college. Like that's what you have to do.
Yeah.
So it wasn't until my parents saw, I guess, how like stressed I was. Because, I was going to college Monday through Thursday. Damn. And then at that same time, I started going on tour back then.
Oh, that's right.
I was going to school Monday through Thursday. Friday mornings, I would leave to the airport. I would have a show Friday. Oh my And then I would have another show Saturday. Sometimes another show Sunday. Come back, do my work at the airport. And then go to class on Monday. And I was doing it all, but dude, no dormía. Oh, and then on top of that, after like doing my schoolwork, I would film YouTube videos at like 2, 3 in the morning.
That's right.
Ya ves como el que quiere, quiere. El que quiere, quiere.
And I was like, dude, I'm not giving this because that's where I had fun. Yeah. So it was like this whole thing. And I was making good money at this point. I was still in college, but it was just so crazy. And my parents like sat down with me and basically were like, hey, like we see like how much you're like struggling with putting all this. Or like, if you want to like, put a pause on school like you can. And I was like,
yeah, that was sick.
They caught on to how you were dealing with life.
And I never thought they would ever tell me that because like
Mexican parents are a
you know,
little
like
bit.
I get it. Like they want us to like do really good in life. They want us to like continue our education, get a good job.
And they don't know what people can do with social media because they grew up with like you gotta go to school so they don't really know what that social media life can give you.
Yeah.
You know?
So I think once they gave me that trust, I really had to talk with myself, and I was like, okay, like if I'm gonna do social media and get out of school, I'm gonna make sure I do well and like I can take care of myself and like the family financially.
Exactly.
And then I think, gracias a Dios, I feel like it's been going really well. And I'm really happy that I went that route. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, I just feel like school wasn't for me.
And you explained it in the best way. He's not saying school's bad.
Yeah, no.
He's saying that it just wasn't for him.
Yeah, that's why I'm so proud of her and my other sister because they got their degrees and they did their shit. They did their time doing their work and everything. And I'm so proud because I was like, dude, I don't know how long that would have taken me.
And you have that degree. Mm-hmm. Like, you have it. That's algo que nunca se te va a quitar. Yes. So you're like a step ahead of all of us, you know? Like what I'm saying?
So, like, if social media se acaba o no sé qué va a pasar, I'm like, hey, I have my degree. I can just go back, get my credentials, and I'll just be a teacher.
Yeah. ¿Y cómo le dijiste tú a tu family que te ibas a dedicar a las redes full time?
It was honestly mainly Louie, the one that gave me the push. And he told I feel like it was more of like, he told my parents, he didn't ask them. He was just like, hey, like, you see how well I'm doing with social media. Yoatzi's picking it up and she's doing really well. And, like, I'm tired of seeing her struggle.
Exactly.
Because también no me alcanzaba. Like, Louie would see que a veces no le podía comprar pañales a mi niño because I had my baby. Or, like, batallaba mucho.
Muy difícil.
And I lived in my parents' little garage. They turned it into, like, a little house for me. So yo vivía en el garage. And, like, I was living my best life, doing my YouTube videos, going to school y todo. But Louie, I think, saw that, like, he just didn't want us to struggle. He wanted all of us to succeed as a whole.
Exactly.
So he told my parents, and he was like, apoyen a Yoatzi because, like, this is the right step for all of us. And my parents, especially my mom, she was so scared.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because she was like, how are you going to tell her to do that? She has a kid. Like, what if it doesn't work out? What is she going to do? Y el niño qué? El niño ocupa su comida, su ropita, todas sus cosas. Like, hello. But it was just like a jump of faith. Hasta yo tenía mucho miedo.
Yeah.
But it was just like a leap of faith. And I had to just trust that I was going in the right direction. Y también my parents. Like, they were just like, pues a ver qué pasa. And I still remember just going to Applebee's and putting my 2 weeks notice. And I was like, I'm out of here for social media full time.
And my mom was like, if it doesn't work, vas a ver, eh?
Yeah, le dijo a Luis, like, no más no funciona.
They were all
putting
their trust on me because I was the one like, que le metió la idea.
And now you guys are both house owners.
Yes.
So you guys fucking did it. Now you guys are house owners. And that's a huge step. Para que miren como uno no es diferente que nadie. Y uno cuando quiere le va a echar ganas. Because it's not easy. No es nada de fácil. You have to have some thick ass fucking skin. And honestly, Yoatzi, yo te admiro a ti porque como una mamá de ser muy difícil en las redes, ser mamá. Pero antes de seguirle, agarra tu popcorn. I gotta go to the bathroom. This bladder's about to explode, bitch. Do you guys need to go to the restroom?
Yes, that's all right now that you started. I was
yes. So get your popcorn, get your shit ready. We're about to dive into this, and we'll be right back. For you guys, it'll be a second. And we're back. Ya fuimos, Yoatzi se atoró en el baño. What happened?
Me atoré. Es que sus baños tan chipi.
Ay,
no, dude, es que tienen una cosita y pues yo le cerré. And then when I was ready to come out, I was like, oh, no abrir. And I'm all looking and like moving everything. Y no, and I got scared because this room is like soundproof. Y nomás están ellos aquí. I didn't know anybody was in the warehouse. I was like, great, I'm going to be stuck here for like 15, 20 minutes. Y no me llevé el teléfono. I was literally like, I swear to you, I was like, hello.
Dude, why does it always happen when shit always happens when uno no se lleva el teléfono?
Dude.
Like, why the fuck didn't it happen when you didn't have your phone?
Before I was leaving, I was like, should I take my phone? I was like, no, pa' qué? I'm just going to go pee. Like, it's fine.
Damn.
But thankfully, somebody was in their warehouse and they heard me and they helped me get out.
Were you banging on the fucking door?
I literally was banging and I was like, hello.
Me y yo y Itati aquí en la plática. We were just like talking.
I was like, hello.
Y yo y Louie aquí todo tranquilo.
We were just having a combo.
Yes. Oh
no,
my,
me paniqué.
Ya ahora sí sacamos todo el pinche pipí del
was
bladder.
trying to kidnap me. It was a trap.
Oh, dude, I'm not trying to keep her hostage. We're back and we're ready to go on to these topics. We left off where we were talking about the life of an influencer as a mom. Es un poco más difícil ser como una mamá en las redes sociales en enseñar los niños. And I'm referring to like more what people have to like the way you raise them. A veces people can be like, that's not how you raise your kid. You know, like they like to talk shit about like the way you, and not you specifically, just in general. I feel like moms that show their kids on social media, it's like, don't raise them like this. Don't treat them like this. Don't change them like that. Don't show this. Like,
it's just like people también as always giving opinions that we don't necessarily ask for.
Yeah.
But I think when it comes to my kids, I've learned to just show what I know people enjoy seeing.
Okay.
So like I'll do my daily vlogs, but when it gets real and it gets tough, like if Ella's going to throw a berrinche, I'm not going to film that. Because people, that's when they're going to find and be like, oh, that's where I'm going to be in opinion. Like, I can't believe you let her do a berrinche like that or like blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And I just try to protect my kids. And I'm like, the things that I don't want like other people to judge or to judge my kids or myself about, I just don't put it in there. Exactly. And that's the glory about social media. We get to choose what we put on there, and you guys only see like what 10% of our lives. There's so much more that goes behind the scenes.
Do you guys feel, and I'll even answer this myself, me asking myself, but do you guys feel like the person you are right now versus the person you were when you started social media, you had to change the concept or your life a little bit just because people started to be a little more judgmental? Did you feel like you have to like kind of hide? For example, I'll go first. In the beginning, when I first started social media, I felt like I could joke around, like be myself, be fully myself. I could like express myself in whatever way because it's me and it's the person I am. I'm a human. But I can't be that same person now because I'd be more judged now. Like I can't fully be transparent and fully be myself because now it's like people really opina. So do you guys feel like the person you were when you first started social media is way different than the person you guys are now?
You know what I'm thinking? Social media has just changed so much. I don't know if you guys agree, but it's not what it used to be.
They're very sensitive now.
Yeah. Extremely
What happened
sensitive.
when we were on Vine? Vine, people would make crazy ass videos and we would just laugh and like have a good time. Now it's like, fuck, no pueden ni echarte un pedo.
So
like,
I feel like we can't joke around about a lot of things, or there's just a lot of stuff that we can't fully,
show
do
ourselves.
All the way. Like,
I
por
try.
ejemplo, yo, ay no, a veces mi casa, I have kids, my house is a little crazy sometimes. It's not perfect. But people are like, ay, si tú bien arreglada y tu pinche cocina toda cochina or whatever. And I'm like, I'm sorry I haven't had time to clean it because I've been filming content for you. But like, it gets crazy.
And like, it's because you're a human, Yoatzi.
Yeah, pero la gente, like, I just feel like it's so sensitive now.
Y luego comienzan a decir, y si tanto en las redes y tanto dinero uno tiene, ¿por qué no agarras a alguien que te limpie la casa? Like, you know what I mean? Like, let's normalize that social media influencers are humans. We're 100%. Normal. We're humans. We're like... Yo ha tenido un calzón cagado.
Like,
no. Pero,
no. Like, you know what I mean?
No,
pero it's just a little because, like, you guys, Louie, a ti te admiro, como ella la admiro como mamá, a ti te admiro because you've been able, and both of you have been able to maintain a position on social media.
Thank you.
You know how hard it is to maintain a position on social media?
Dude, it's so hard.
So how have you guys, grown and kept that position on social media? How do you maintain yourself relevant? Because you guys are still popping. You know what I mean?
I feel like, well, one, obviously, it's still having fun with it and doing what you're doing. But I think just kind of like, as much as I hate to say it, I feel like listening to, I guess, the way that social media is shifting and the things that change, you kind of have to follow that structure because it's
with it.
Going back to what you said about like, you started as like one person and then you kind of had to change and you're like, now I'm like a little bit more. Porque así yo era exactly the same way. Especially when I started like being the baddest perra and like I had like my little alter ego and stuff. I was very vulgar. I would cuss a lot. I would make crazy ass videos. I would do like twerking videos, like all this crazy shit. And a lot of people miss that. They're like, dude, like we miss
the old Louie.
Yeah. But it's like what you said. People take it the way they took the wrong way. Like, really bad. And I was just like, I feel like I'm always scared to post something now. I'm like,
eso, y luego
I admit that. Yeah.
No, pero también like ¿cómo se llama? Like Snapchat, TikTok, Instagram, the platforms that we post on, también ellos, like, they don't let you post twerking videos like that anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Now like it's more sensitive. I'm telling you, everything's so sensitive now. Everything's so triggering now. Like, look, TikTok, something I don't like about TikTok is like sometimes we go live and we're just sitting in the car. We're not driving. We're just sitting in the car and you get blocked.
Yeah.
Because you're causing like, and I understand and I respect, their rules. I don't condone or I don't say that you should drive and go live. Of course not. But sometimes we're just sitting. I just feel like this world became so judgmental. So, you know what I was telling my mom the other day? I feel like social media ya no es como antes. Ahorita es like, tienes que complacer como a la gente. Ya no puedes hacer quien realmente eres tú.
And also the apps. Tienes que like follow their fucking guidelines.
Exactly. Ya uno no puede ser quien es.
They
y es
take
cuando
the
dicen,
fun out of making content.
And it's like, you guys, the whole point of social media is like someone showing you who they truly are. But it's like sometimes you guys don't allow us to be who we really are. We're not being rude. We're not being racist. We're not being crazy. And like, you know, but we're just trying to show that side of us that we are. But it's like sometimes that triggers a lot of people. And it's like, what do you want me to do? You know? And I've seen them on social media since like the longest. And the reason why I ask them, how do you keep your position on social media? Because you can be a star and then in 2 weeks you're done.
Oh my God, yes.
You can.
It's
if
crazy
you don't,
how fast it can go away.
Hell yeah. Like, what do you guys feel like? Another kind of crazy topic, because I like to talk about this stuff. What point in your guys' career on social media did you feel like, damn, I'm an influencer and I got to be careful with what I'm saying. I got to be careful with what I'm doing. At what point did you realize you were an influencer and you kind of had to switch up your lifestyle?
Fuck. I don't know. I kind of want to say it was already like I was already kind of like into it, because the first few years I was really like, dude, I wouldn't think twice about what I was posting. Like I was just, and things that genuinely I thought were really funny, people thought were really funny. Yeah. But then I feel like just at some point, I used to make a lot of like videos. I had like a little alter ego. Her name was Carla. And I would put on my wigs and I would just like be very like vulgar. Like I would cuss a lot and I would be like, escondan a sus hombres, like, like all that shit. But then it started turning where people were like, oh my God, why is this person talking about hombres? Like that's so, or for example, with one of my friends, I would always joke around with her and she was okay with it. It was like an ongoing joke where I would always be like, I'm gonna steal your hombre, where I would comment on his pictures and be like, that hombre is mine or something like that, just like messing around.
Y se ofendía a la gente.
And then people started, I remember that, I think that was one of the first times where people were like, honestly, like this, I don't know how she's like not uncomfortable with this, like this is so, and I was like, what? And then she was like, dude, that's like, we all know it's a joke. But it ended up starting to turn into something where people were like, that's ugly, like you as a friend, like why are you saying that shit? And I was like, what? So I think, I don't remember when exactly, but there was a point where I was like, okay, wait, everybody's taking what I say very seriously. So I was like, let me shut up now. But
then now that you're professional and more serious, you've always been serious, but now that you're more professional and careful with what you say, they'll be like, oh, Louie changed.
Yeah, and that's
Louie's not the same.
It sucks because people are like, I miss the old Louie. But I was like, well, also the old Louie would get dragged for just saying, I'm going to steal your hombre. And like, for little things like that. Exactly. So I was just like, I can't make everybody happy. So I feel like for now, I'm just doing what makes me happy. And I will say it's not as like, I think before I would see a lot more like craziness on my pages where it came like how many people were watching my stuff or how many people were liking it. But ever since I had to like tone myself down, I feel like obviously all of that toned a little bit down. But I think it's just.
Pero no se va acostumbrando poco a poco, huh?
Sí, I think we just, as long as we just keep ourselves happy.
How do you guys do it with working in the same career as siblings?
I honestly love it.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I love it because, like, social media is tough as it is. It's very tough. But, like, when you don't have anybody that can have the same struggles or that you can share what you're going through with, and, like, they don't understand, I feel like it can be harder. So, like, sometimes me and Louie will vent to each other, like, about what's going on, or, like, if I need advice on something, Louie is so good at giving me advice with social media. I'm like, Louie, what should I do? And he'll be like, do this, or, like, we'll just help each other out.
Qué bueno.
So I love it. And then we get to film content together.
Yeah, I think that's like a new thing that we kind of started, is like actually doing things together, like our podcast. And then we recently did like our first collab together. And it's so cool to like do it with your sibling.
Yeah.
And be like, I don't know. I mean, our parents are really happy for us and stuff.
Are so proud.
You guys are going to be in Club Carnaval, no?
Oh, yeah,
did you guys? When are you guys going to be in Club Carnaval?
I was like, what's that?
right now. When are you guys going to be there?
It's this Thursday.
It's on Thursday. You're going?
Yeah.
This Thursday?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to be straight up. I wanted to go. Like, I deeply wanted to go, but I can't because my boyfriend set up like a rutas because we go ruteando and off-roading a lot.
Shit, nice.
So we're going to go Thursday. But that club's fucking lit.
Yeah, no,
I know this video is going to be posted after, but I know it's going to be lit.
Yeah, no, we're excited for it.
Dude, I want to get into that whole like Pretty and Smart porque así se está llamando el evento, no, del Thursday.
Pretty Not Smart.
Pretty Not Smart. How did you guys come up with that name?
I feel like because it goes back to like, I'm telling you, like even in school I always had a trouble like learning shit, and it was really, so people would always be like, because I feel like we're kind of both sometimes
like really airheaded.
Yeah.
And I feel like she's more
I'm
airheaded.
like, yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
No, literally.
No.
I feel like she's
él
more.
está más menso y yo estoy más airheaded.
I just feel like I'm a little bit more like.
Who's slower?
You.
And she's just more airheaded, que a veces se le va la onda.
Like, what do you mean by like airhead? Like, no agarras la onda, or what do you mean? Like
ahorita, por ejemplo, we're just talking about carnaval. I was like, wait, what's that?
Yeah, very that.
Oh, o sea, se te va la onda bien rápido.
Yeah, I mean, no,
okay,
like I know what we're talking about, but like you'll ask me like, hey Louie, like how do you spell this shit? And I'm like, I don't fucking know. Or like, what?
How do you guys spell eraser? Let me see if you guys know how to spell eraser.
Eraser. I feel like that one's easy. EAR.
Spell it and then I'll tell you. Spell. You go first.
A ver.
Yeah.
Eraser.
Well, y'all gassed when I started, so
Go.
I'm gonna say ERASER.
Okay, your turn. Your turn.
He passed. Was igual que él?
No, that's not the answer. Nah, just kidding.
No,
Wait, so I did get it right?
You did.
You know why I asked you that word? Because when I was in spelling bee in middle school.
Middle grade?
Middle grade. Otra pretty not smart.
I lost the fucking competition because of that word.
Eraser?
To eraser? Well,
And the word, and also they asked me for the word concoct, and I was like, concoct? I can spell cock, but concoct, like concoct, is that
I'm like,
what the fuck does that mean? But
I don't know.
where did you? I'm like so off topic, bitch. But where did you guys get the name? Entonces, because of the.
I just feel like, well, with me, people would always like come at me for like misspelling shit or just like being dumb in general. So then I just started like as a comeback, people would be like, oh my God, you're so fucking dumb. Like, sorry, I'm pretty, like not smart. So I was like, whenever somebody would tell me some shit, I'm like, well, sorry, I'm pretty. Like just saying,
Sorry,
like I'm focused on being pretty and not smart. So when we were trying to come back with like a name for our podcast, I was like, fuck, I don't know. Like we went through so many things.
And one of them was Sorry I'm Pretty. Like we were just gonna call it Sorry I'm Pretty. But we're like, oh, it's like, it doesn't sound right. Something. Yeah.
And then I was like, wait, like what about like pretty not smart?
Pretty not smart. And we're like, like little light bulb was like ding 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 ding.
Because like for example, like back then if you would have been like Louie spell this or some shit and I don't get it right. And you're like, bitch, you're so fucking dumb. I'm like, sorry, I'm pretty. So that's why I was just gonna name it like, sorry, I'm pretty.
I still say that to this day. Yeah. Like, well, I'll mess something. I'm like, I don't care, I'm pretty.
And your guys' studios actually half and half purple, half pink.
Yeah,
well, we actually just changed it for season 2.
No one's seen it yet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. You guys are launching season 2.
So it actually looks a little different now.
Can I have a little hint? Like más o menos like a little hint?
It looks a little bit more mature. Right, it's all boring.
It's just a little more elevated.
Yeah, okay. I want to say elevated. I feel like the first one, we did it. And
the
this
first
one,
one
we
was
got
very
some
mocosos vibes.
Yeah, like we just painted the walls and we put some little shelves that were falling apart and like some shit on there. Yeah. But this time we got some help and I think it definitely looks like.
And what do you guys want to do kind of different from last season's podcast to this season's podcast? Or what do you guys want to kind of like
change
better or like change up?
We want to have more guests on our podcast.
Okay.
Because I think last season we had like 6.
But it was mostly
5.
like family and like really close friends because we really wanted to focus season 1 on people like getting to know us in our relationship.
Okay.
So I feel like now we want to just bring in, more guests and people who we want to like conversate with and get to know more and
we want to test if they're pretty not smart.
Yeah.
Dude, imagine having like I told Yoatzi and Louie when we first started. Ahorita va a llegar un señor de un lie detecting test.
Dude, we got all scared.
Yoatzi hasta un pedo por poco. Digo, fuck that.
We should do that. That
would be
ideas.
Fucking cool. No,
I know,
for real.
stealing your ideas.
You know that one guy, ese señor siempre como el que ya está viejito que tiene canas.
I know
like, the truth.
Yes. En serio too.
The truth.
Like you're like more scared about what he's gonna say.
And I'm like, puta madre, I said the truth. What are you talking about, bitch?
It's like, nope.
Do you guys believe in that? Like the lie detectors, honestly? I feel like uno está nervioso en general. So like you're obviously gonna fuck up.
But I feel like it detects specific like nerve movements and certain things that other people que les pasa cuando mienten. So I feel like internally you might
fuck up.
Like it's por adentro. Like your body reacts a certain way when you know you're lying.
So you believe in the lie detectors?
I think it.
I don't.
I don't either.
Because I could feel like anybody could ask me a question and I get those like nerves.
Yeah, like if you were to ask me like, have you had a threesome? Which I haven't, but if they ask me that like de un putazo, I'll be like,
right? Like it's just like, wait, what?
Yeah, like oh shit.
And like I feel like I would be like, oh my God, I have to make sure I don't spark anything and answer it right so that it says right. But then I get scared like, what if it comes out wrong? And then everyone's
I'm gonna bring him.
No.
Are you guys like toxic like that? Would you ever put your partner or like in a lie detector? I don't know, dude. I wouldn't. Are you guys toxic in general?
I want to say I'm a little toxic sometimes.
I can be that.
Like what level types toxic?
not level where like I'll destroy their shit and I'll like burn their stuff and like stuff, but I think I'm a very like yappy toxica.
Oh my God, yo también.
Like when I get angry,
like,
I'm
what do you mean?
like I'm like when I get angry or we're gonna get into an argument, I'm the type of person who's gonna like make it loud and be like bitch, like just I'm a very like
stand on business.
I'm a very like loud person.
Oh my God,
I like to stand on business.
I'm not the type to like go through phones. I'm kind of like over that phase. I feel like that's
passwords and all that shit.
No. I don't need location.
I don't need your location. I don't need your password. Like, haz lo que se te dé tu pinche gana.
Y si la cagas, la cagas.
Yeah, and like if you fuck up, you know.
With me, that's why I feel like I get if it does get bad, I'll like turn it into an argument because I'm like I'll give you so much trust, you know, like no passwords, no location. If you don't text me back for like a while, like whatever. But then I'm like, if you do something that gets me mad, I'm like, bitch, I'm trying my best to like
go all out and shit.
Yeah.
Dude, es que a veces uno tiene que aprender a no rogar. The fuck, like si no te quieren, no te quieren. O sea, camote sai, chinga tu madre para allá, bitch. Dude, what's the hardest part about working together as siblings? We said the good thing. Now what's the bad thing of working as siblings?
I feel like right away.
You don't have a whole list.
Dude, putazos right now.
For real.
No, I feel like since filming Pretty Not Smart,
I was gonna say the same thing.
Wow. I've gotten to know Louie on a deeper level. I'm all mad. And I get to see some of the things that give me pet peeves about him. For example, ayer we were filming an episode of Pretty Not Smart. Y pinche Louie es bien pinche desesperado. Where like we were writing a script, right? For like something that we had to read. Y de todo, like, if I would ask a question, es que no me dijiste. And I was like, cálmate, hermanito, cálmate. And then he was like, well, it's because I don't know. And I'm like, Louie, I don't have the script in front of me. I don't know what's going on. He's like, oh, yeah, let me send it to you real quick. Pero es como bien desesperado, but I understand him because I know that it was a long day of filming and he was tired. He was probably hangry.
Okay.
Like, I know everything that makes him cranky. So yesterday I was like walking on eggshells because I was like, I know Louie is like really fucking pissed right now.
But I appreciate that because I even noticed that she's like walks on eggshells with me to like not trigger me or anything.
I was like, all right, it's one of those moments.
But with me, I feel like one thing that I noticed with her is like she really is such an airhead and it pisses me off. It pisses me off because I have to get her on check all the time.
Like, what?
And like what's not helpful is that her hombre también is a fucking airhead.
Dude,
so they're both airheads. So sometimes I have to remind them to do stuff like I needed some pictures that we needed to post on our page. And I was like, do I have them? Yeah, you have them. And then I check, I'm like, I don't have them.
Yeah, you have them, Dico. Yeah, you have them.
They don't even check. They're just like, you do it.
Yeah.
Or like sometimes I'll be like, did you guys do this already? Oh yeah, I'll do it. And then they forget. And I'm like, have you guys done? No, I haven't done it. I'm like, have you guys done it? No, I haven't done it.
A few days ago, actually, we went to go film for Pretty Not Smart también. Y yo bien relajadita. I was like, Alex brought the key. I'm fine. We were driving there. He gets there. He looks at me. He's like, did you bring the key?
For the studio to get in.
I was like, Alex, that's your job. He's like, I didn't bring the key. And I was like, oh my God.
And I saw the key and I was like, I'm going to take it because these fucking airheads are going to forget it. So I take it. I took my key. So luckily I have my own and they were like, we're going to go back home. I have to get the key. And I was like, I fucking brought mine.
Thank
Pero
God.
también para decirte, yesterday también when we were filming,
Ay, Alejandro.
I was like, does the camera have enough like footage, storage for us to, yeah, you guys are good. Like you guys have like fucking 4 hours to film. And I was like, okay, cute.
You guys had 30 minutes.
So we finished filming and it says no more storage. And I look at them and I'm like,
not me at Alex.
And I was like, you guys said we had enough. He's like, well, like, let me delete some stuff. I was like, there's nothing in there for you to delete. There's no storage. And he was like,
but you guys were done recording or like it cut off?
No, we still had like a whole another hour to go.
Fuck.
So I was frustrated because I was like, dude, like I'm tired. Like, ya era tarde. We were in the studio already for like 4 hours.
Estabas enojado?
Yes. So then he leaves to go get a fucking SD card and shit. But I was just like, oh, you guys aren't prepared.
Over it.
Yeah.
Dude.
So I feel like we're just spending a lot more time with each other. It's just hard to work in general with like your partner or your sibling and it's just harder.
You have to have good patience, huh?
Very good.
Who's more organized?
Me.
Louie.
100%.
Yes.
Yes.
¿Quién es más rápido para arreglarse?
Yo.
No, me.
Me.
Actually, no, yeah, you are.
How long do you take to get ready?
I can do it in like 20 minutes.
Yeah, and you
full glam.
Like full outfit
full
y todo,
glam.
todo.
Because I had to learn with kids.
Oh,
hair
es un poco
done,
más
glam, everything, 20 minutes.
¿Y tú, Louie?
I need a minimum an hour.
Really?
Minimum. No, but you know what? Actually, nos acaba de pasar esto. We had just left the gym.
Ajá.
Fucking stinky and sweaty as fuck.
And
like
what happened?
Stinky. So they're about to drop me off. And they're like, okay, Louie, you need to be in our house in, I think it was like 20 minutes.
No, it was like 45 minutes.
No, actually. Yeah, it was like 45 minutes. And then I was like, and they're like, we're just going to drop you off, shower, and then head over there. I was like, bitch, I can't do that. And then they're like, well, that's what we're going to do. I was like, but you guys still need to drive all the way home. And they're like, that's okay. So technically, I was getting 45 minutes, and they were going to get like 20 minutes. Okay. And I was like, and y'all are going to be ready. And they're like, yeah, we are. So I was like, okay. So I was like, realistically, I'm going to need an hour. And they were like, no, make it work. So I'm doing all my shit, dude. I'm trying to hurry the fuck up. I'm showering. I'm still trying to get like somewhat ready and stuff. And they text me and they're like, we're ready. And I was like, bitch. I was like, how did you still have to drive all the way home, which is another 20 minutes, and you're ready before me? I was like, did you guys like drink water and then get out of the shower? I was like, cause like, did y'all even shower? And I low-key was like, they didn't even shower.
We did.
And then, bitch, I drive to their house and everything like late. And ya bien bañaditos, dressed up. And I was like, what? I don't get it.
It's because having kids teaches you that you need to hurry the fuck up.
You got to change your schedule, huh?
Yeah,
I've seen some videos on TikTok where they're like, my kids are sleeping and have 20 minutes to get ready.
I've seen that.
Y todos arreglados bien en potiza. Damn, that's some talent. And who's more desmadrosa? ¿Quién le encanta like meter, like andar en el puro like
me
party?
100%.
Yes. Yeah. Who's most likely to end up in jail?
Yoatzi.
You think so?
Yes. Yo, what am I gonna go in for? All right.
It all takes me back to Mexico.
Have you guys ever been in a fight, like a physical fight?
I have.
Louie has.
Really?
Yeah,
oh my gosh. What was this?
My first one was in high school.
Potazos.
Yes.
Me and you.
And I'm like, that's like 5 more.
¿Y por qué te agarraste a potazos?
So it wasn't even like I've always said, I've always tried to stay out of drama and shit. But éramos un grupito de 4, basically 2 guys and 2 girls. And one of the guys was starting beef with like all of us. Like he was our friend, but then for some reason just wanted to start beef. And I was just like, I'm gonna back out of this. Like I don't need this shit. Yeah. So I backed out and I let him fight with himself because I wasn't fighting with him.
Yeah.
But then las otras dos se quisieron meter con él. So then all 3 of them started fighting and going at each other, yelling all this shit, talking shit about each other. And I was like, y'all take care of that. So one day we finally had class together because this guy was skipping class. He didn't want to see us after talking all this shit. And I sat in my desk and I was like, I don't care, ustedes get into whatever argument you guys want. So I'm sitting in class, but then I can overhear my friends fighting. Like I can hear like them yelling at him and it's just getting ugly. And I hear him being like, bitch, I'll fuck you both up as a guy. And then they're like, bitch, you're going to hit like a girl. And he's like, I don't give a fuck. Like my hands go both ways. And so I hear that and I was like, So I boy. So I boy, and I was just like, dude, like, what the fuck's going on? So they're like all going at it, coming at each other. And I was like, you need to calm the fuck down. And I was starting to get like, because I'm very like, I'll be nice to you until you like really fuck shit up.
Exactly.
So I was trying to keep my cool. And then he started saying that he's going to beat me up and all this shit. So I started getting in his face because I feel like my adrenaline started going up.
Oh, fuck.
And then he's yelling all this shit at my face. And yo ya tenía el coraje of all the shit he had been saying about me. But I was just trying to keep it together. So next thing you know, I was just like, well, if you want to fight, let's fight right now. And then he was like, well, let's go. I don't know what the fuck came inside of me that I threw the first punch. I don't know how, but I threw him like a fucking punch to the face. And he was like,
Vio hasta las estrellitas. Dijo, puta madre.
And after that, I blacked out and it was a full-on fight. Like, everyone was like recording.
Baddies?
Like,
you guys watch Baddies?
Dude, it was very that. Dude, it was very like an episode of Baddies. And we were like, hasta en el piso and I fucking dragged him.
Stop.
Damn, you got suspended?
I got suspended for like 5 days, but even the principal was like, Louie, what the fuck? And even my teacher was like, wait, where did all this come from?
That wasn't like, you. Like that
I was like, I'm a really nice, chill person. I was like, well, don't make.
And I'm the one that picked him up when he got in the fight. Oh, yeah. He called me because my parents were working. He's like, you can pick me up. I got in a fight. And I was like, what the And like I knew who he was with. I knew the drama. Yeah. So I wanted chinga. I just wanted to make sure he was okay.
Yeah. You're the oldest child? Mm-hmm. Do you feel like you have that responsibility of like Louie because he's your younger brother? So it's like, oh, like
I feel like I did. When we were younger, but I feel like Louie, ever since he took this role of like social media, I feel like he matured really quickly. He matured really quickly, and I feel like he kind of became like the older brother without being the older brother. Exactly. He's like the younger one, but he does a really good job of taking care of the whole family. I think it's also that like male role in you. Yeah. And he does such a good job of taking care of the family and kind of leading the family. So now I feel like Louie takes care of us.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people always think I'm the older one.
Yeah.
But I feel like maybe...
Pero yo estoy más vieja.
Like, o sea, es que yo sé que Yoatzi está más grande. Like, I've known, but you do look like you would be the oldest one.
Yeah, I feel like we get
really
that. That's why I asked you when you were like, wait, how old are you guys? I was like, wait, who looks older? Because I kind of got used to where everybody just thinks like I'm the older one, which I'm fine with, but I'm like, oh, okay.
Wait, Itati, do you think we look alike?
Honestly, like honest, no.
Thank you.
I'm gonna be honest, no. And I've seen a lot of people saying like you guys look exactly alike. Like Yoatzi is like Louie with a wig, yeah.
Like,
but I don't see it.
Yeah, me either.
You guys are both good looking. No más que no se me hacen igual. O sea, you guys don't look the same.
I'll try to look. I'm like maybe the eyes a little bit are.
Let me see.
She's like no.
No, like you guys don't look alike. Not even las cejas, porque él las tiene más gruesas y tú más como larga. No, honestly, no.
And we hear that.
What have you guys gotten? I'm like over here, I'll forget. What have you guys gotten done? BBLs nomás, ¿no?
Aquí yo no hablo de eso.
Yo así todas se hizo. Just hasta los dedos.
No, you go first because I have more.
Yeah, just like I think just my BBL. No, but I feel like for me, just like my BBL, right? Am I forgetting anything?
I'm all looking at you.
Just my BBL.
Just BBL, really?
Oh, what about your bicep injet?
Bitch. She's like, what about like?
I'm like, oh shit.
She's like, in your facelift. Imagine.
I'm all looking for.
Have you ever gotten fillers on your face?
Yeah, I feel like back then we were really into like fillers and Botox.
What would you do? Like lips and...
No, I would do just my under eye, and then I would do Botox on my forehead, and then I tried it once on my jawline, and that was it.
Really?
Yeah.
Pero eso ya fue años, se deshizo todo.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You're like,
okay, we'll start with up here.
Okay.
Well, my forehead used to be...
I was
like, what the hell?
No, I got my buccal fat removed, and then I got chin lipo twice, and then I got my chichis done.
Really?
You're like, they're all aguadas.
No. What size did you get?
I don't know, but I didn't get a lot.
Okay.
But I want to redo them.
Really?
I really want to redo them.
Reduct them or bigger?
Bigger. Well, not necessarily bigger. Well, yeah, bigger, but I want them like perky.
Paraditos.
Like yours. Literally like yours, Itati. You know how they're bien paraditas, bien bonitas?
It's Victoria's Secret's bombshell because, bitch, once I take off this shit, not kidding. But I get you.
They were really beautiful and I love them. But then I had my daughters, so they were like, they're still cute.
You can still breastfeed even though you have implants?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Too. I was like, I didn't know that.
I was able to breastfeed. It was awesome. But I did get a lot more clogged milk ducts. And that shit fucking hurts. I got a lot more, and I'm going to assume because the implant's in the way, it like clogs the milk ducts. But other than that, I was able to breastfeed just fine.
¿Y te hicieron el implant? ¿Te lo metieron cuando nomás es como aquí o they did the whole thing?
Abajo.
Nomás una línea aquí. A mí me hicieron toda la cosa. Así.
Oh shit.
God.
What do they call it? The anchor? The anchor,
no?
whatever they call it. Yeah, the whole thing.
Oh my God. A mí, yo ya me hice mis boobs like, 3 years ago? And I feel like my sensitivity to my nipples never really came back fully.
It didn't?
Nomás de un lado sí. Like this one's fully activated. But it's still lacking sensation a little bit, my nipple.
Oh. And when you had your kids, were they natural or C-section?
Natural.
Ay, qué bueno. Do you plan on having more kids or ya no?
I don't think so.
No.
We were just talking about this. How I'm like, I think I'm just like done.
And you, Louie, do you think ever in the future you would ever like even adopt or lo que sea? Would you ever want to create a family?
I don't think so.
No?
We talk about it a lot, but I was just like, I don't know. I can't. I don't know. I feel like it's a huge responsibility.
Yeah.
And I think what scares me is thinking of all the things that I went through when I was younger. And I was like, fuck, like, I don't know, bringing somebody into this world or taking care of them.
But
that's the same thing, yeah.
And that's what I was like, I have my dogs.
No.
You know what? Yo siento como que a veces esa pregunta en particular es media difícil because I've always thought like, it's a whole ass life you're responsible for.
Exactly.
It's not like un perrito o algo. Like, no, it's a whole ass life.
Like you have to go to school,
now you're responsible of like school, health, cómo están, una preocupación. Like, you have a bit, but you're a really good mom. I will tell you that right now. You are a really good mom. Y va a haber muchas personas que a lo mejor they think different of like how you should raise your kids, but then at the end of the day, they're your kids and they're very proud of the mom they have. Yeah. And I see it both from your daughter and your son. Like they're very, very close and attached to you, so that shows a lot from them. So I want to play a little game. You guys are going to tell me your top 5 friends. And then we're gonna do like a little Q&A of like who's the most reliable. Who do you want to get the drunkest with of your friends?
Okay.
Where your guys' like friend group, like 5 of your top, your guys' top.
Me go first?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have Adam. We have, I'm like, that's it. Just kidding. Okay, so Adam, we have Marlene. And then we can put Yami in there.
Okay.
And then we'll put, because I'm scared what you're going to ask. Who else should I put?
They're all good questions. They're just like, who would you get the drunkest with? Who would you rely on?
Let's put Laura in there.
Okay.
And then we'll put Addie's Beth.
Okay, and you, Yoatzi?
Bitch, you just put me, my mom, my dad.
Like my mom, my dad. But like influencer friends or just regular?
In general. No, in general.
Okay, well, I'm going to add, I'm leaving.
She's like, I'm not playing this game.
No, I'm going to do Julie.
Okay.
My bestie since we're 5 years old.
Really? Y esa sí no habla como la del 5th grade.
No, no.
Esa sí está amiga.
Esa es amiga. We got Julie. We got Jackie. Erica. Maura. I'm adding Marlene in there.
Okay. From those people you guys chose, who is the most reliable? Si ahorita estás en una pinche depresión o bien triste, ahorita estás hasta en lo peor, who are you calling right now?
Oh, fuck.
Hi, Julie.
Yeah. Louie's like about to like la pata se le va hasta caer.
Well, can we reuse the same people for other questions?
Oh yeah,
okay,
yeah. No, it's like who?
Adam.
Okay. Who is the person that gives you the best advice?
Louie, but he's not part of you.
I was gonna say Yoatzi, and I was like, but she's not part of my.
Hey, well, I mean, you guys can count it. You guys would consider each other's best advice.
I would ask Yoatzi.
Who's the funniest?
Ooh, I would say Adam.
I would say Adam or Louie.
Bruh, I've never like hung out with Adam. Lo ha mirado, pero nunca. Pero he looks very funny. Dude, you guys are very. So he always catches me in those fucking videos on his TikTok where he's like frozen.
Yeah.
And then he'll start.
No, Itati, you need like a whole day with Adam and Louie. I swear to God, you will pee your pants.
Let's go to Disneyland. I've been wanting to go.
Oh my God, I want to go to Disneyland.
I've been wanting to go. Am I the only one that likes to get drunk in Disneyland?
Yes, no, that's fun with all the rides.
People always talking about it's for kids, but bitch, I like to get drunk. I don't have kids, but I like to get drunk.
California Adventure. Dude, it's so fun.
For real, I want to go. We should plan it.
Dude,
we should go someday. That would be fun. With Alan, I've hung out with Alan. Oh my God, I love Alan. He's so funny. Hell yeah.
Funny.
A ver, who is the best host? Who would you say is the best host from Pretty Not Smart for you guys? Who would take over the podcast?
Louie.
I would say me.
Yeah. You guys, you want to know something? I think it's so cool how you guys have the podcast together. Yo siento como que yo no podría hacer un podcast sola. ¿Me entiendes? Como yo hablando sola.
Yeah.
That's hard, dude.
She's all talking to herself. So
dude, that's hard. No, like me doing just a podcast of like an episode of me just talking like by myself about a topic. Dude, that's fucking hard. And the fact you guys have each other, I think it's so cool. So it's like
that's
awesome.
why I love it because we like have ideas and then we're like different. I mean, we're alike, but we're also very different. Like we have different opinions.
Cada quien tiene pues sus hobbies y todo eso. Sí. Who from your friends knows where all the bomb food and all the bomb spots are at? Who's the one that always picks where you guys are gonna go eat?
I feel like Laura would always take me to some bomb-ass places and a place that I didn't fucking know about. So I would say Laura.
I kind of want to say Jackie.
Yeah.
My friend Jackie.
And what's your guys' favorite platillo? ¿Qué les gusta comer? Your favorite food?
Ooh, I love boiling crab.
Oh my God.
I fucking love it.
Yes, dude. La pinche papa. Fuck, dude. Fuck the gloves. Así me los como.
Yes, same. Dude. Me los quito because I want to pelarlos off fucking quick.
Seriously. Who do you feel like the people always put in drama?
Ooh, like from my friends?
Yeah. Who's always in like drama for not necessarily. Bruh. You know what, Yoatzi? I'm going to be honest. I don't know why sometimes you're like in drama that I'm like, why? Like, what is this all about?
Por eso ya ni hago nada.
Dude, no, like, how? Yeah, and who's the one that gets the most easiest or gets drunk the easiest?
Adam. Oh, no, just kidding. My friend Yami.
Yami.
That bitch will she'll lick the shot and be like, oh, shit.
Are you serious?
She'll like,
dude, ¿cómo se la pasaron bien rapidito? I just thought about this and Coachella. Se la pasaron chingón.
Oh, that was was
Yeah.
It was crazy.
We were just talking about how like we were literally drunk the whole time we were there.
Really? I've never been to Coachella, but I've seen that. But I always like, remember you were wearing like an outfit que tenías todas las nalgotas pa'
Like
afuera?
that's every year. Which
That's
one?
iconic. That's iconic.
Was it the one with the
fuck.
Tejana and like the denim?
Sí,
oh, yeah.
it wasn't this year. No, it wasn't this year. Era el año pasado, creo.
Fuck, I'm
Siempre
trying to
tiene
remember.
las
I always
nalgas
have my
afuera.
nalgas
Siempre las tiene pa' afuera, but it looks so fucking. And who's the person that gives the worst advice? Not necessarily like, fuck, why did you get, just more like, no captain. They just take a joke out of everything. And it's like, if you're all crying, they'll be like, don't cry. What the fuck are you crying?
Okay, Adam, but in the best way.
Yeah,
like,
that's what
like I'll be like, I'm fucking size. And he'll just make a joke.
I think his way of like helping is like, let me make them laugh.
Yes.
Exactly.
So I'll be like if I'm trying to like tell him something serious, he'll make me laugh. So then I'll be like, okay, it's not that serious. So like,
he takes it kind of like in a joke para que no se agüiten tanto.
Yes,
Cuando
so para que no nos agüitemos.
bien deprimida, because thankfully my depression has gotten so much better.
Oh, good.
But when I used to be like really bad, I would text and be like, guys, I'm really sad. Can I hang out with you guys?
Yeah. So she wouldn't make me and Adam like go.
Yeah, and I'd like hang out with them for a little bit. Felt better. I was like, I'm good again.
Yeah.
Qué bueno. It feels nice when someone's involved or surrounds herself with like positive ass people.
Yeah.
You know, it just changes everything. Rank your friends from the most to least fun to hang out with.
Ooh. Nah, just kidding. Okay. Should I go first?
And not necessarily who's boring when I mean least. Just like
yeah.
who's like the top, like, ahorita quieres ir a potear, who am I calling? To like, who's more like, let's just go grab a bite. Let's just chill at home.
For me, top is going to be Adam.
Uh-huh.
Second will be my friend Aris.
Uh-huh.
Third will be my friend. I'll probably put Lauro at third because Lauro's always like, should I not?
Uh-huh.
And then I'll put Yami next just because I haven't gone out with her in forever. And then I will put Laura last. Not because she's boring, but because it's been a really long time since I've like...
Pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah, like hung out with her because I know she has...
I feel like she's been pregnant forever.
Yes, I'm like, Laura, come
I wonder
back.
if
Right.
the baby's born by the time we...
Seriously? And you, who would you rank?
I forgot who I said as my friends.
You said Jackie.
Oh, see. Okay, so...
Oh, I said Marlene too.
Oh my God. Okay.
You start, go.
So friends that are like literally down for everything and like super, super fun. Number one is going to have to be Jackie. Because she is literally fucking down for everything. And then I'm going to have to say Marlene. Fucking love Marlene.
Marlene looks fun as fuck.
Pero a veces se pone ocupada. And then my friend Erica. Then my friend Maura, she works a lot. And then lastly, Julie, because I never see her. Yeah. She lives really far from me.
Do you guys want to take a last shot, or am I going to have to tell you a question, or you're going to have to take a shot?
I think I'm fine without a shot.
I'll do the question.
You'll do the question. You don't have to say who or what brand or nothing. What's the most you've made from a brand? Or take a shot.
Like money-wise?
Yeah.
You go. You decide what you want to do. Whatever she does, I'll do. All right.
What if I say like, that's it?
That's it? Or take a shot.
I'll take a shot.
Have a shot. Entonces, you want to answer it or you want to take a shot?
I think I'm going to take a shot. I'm scared.
I'm
all right.
scared.
Dude.
Es que, it's a lot, but what if it's not a lot?
No, for me, it's just, I don't know.
Are we talking like... Nah,
I
was
like,
going to say.
Okay, what if you give me like a range and I say like less or more, do I still have to take my shot?
No. You too, no.
But you only get to ask us one.
Yeah, just one.
Okay,
just once.
Because I don't want to give a number.
Está bien.
The 50 to 100 grand range.
Like saying, so I have to either
Were
say
you
more
in
or
that
less?
range? Were you in that range?
I would say more.
Okay, you
All
don't
right.
need to take a shot.
Okay. I'm scared.
More or less? More. Damn. Puta madre.
I'm scared of you.
You're canceled.
No, damn. No, I wanted them to take a fucking shot, but they didn't want to take the shot.
Yeah, no,
so
I
I'm
was
like
like,
thinking.
Ya estamos, pero ya
Eda.
lo hice por
Oh, entonces te lo tienes que
I was like, no, you have to
tomar.
take it.
I'm like,
Oh my God. So we are coming towards the end of the episode, but before we do so, we do have a chisme call where we're going to be calling someone. So we are going to put on the headphones. So this girl, se llama Alejandra, she doesn't want to be anonymous. She actually needs to expose someone and she needs to fucking talk shit about someone.
Shit. So you know it's going to be good.
Dice que no tiene pelos en la lengua. I haven't heard this story. I'm just reading what's on the script, which is not scripted, by the way. I'm just talking about this part because nos dicen un poco because I don't know about this chisme call. Only my producer. So her name's Alejandra. No tiene pelos en la boca. Almost got in trouble for it. Almost went to jail for it. And literally almost got charges and sued.
Oh,
so this
shit.
girl
So
just
this
needs
is
to
like-
expose someone
Oh.
right now.
Now I want to know. I want to know the chisme.
How about you guys answer and act like, hey, ¿dónde está? I don't know. Somebody answer and prank her.
You answer.
So you're from Domino's or something. A ver. I can't hear. Oh, wait, are you calling? Yeah, we're ready. We're going to call it. I'm scared. Not gasp.
Hello.
Hello?
Is this the Krusty Krab?
No, this is Patrick.
I knew the vibes.
Hi, Alejandra. How are you?
I'm good, Itati. How are you?
Good. Guess who I'm here with?
I was already told yesterday, so I don't think it's perfect.
Louie and Yoatzi are here with us, and I told them that.
Baddest, Perras.
Yes.
Dude, yes. Nombre y en persona, nalgonas, las dos. Dude, I heard that you had some good ass chisme que no tienes pelos en la lengua, that you need to just talk about this shit, que te vale madre.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That was a lot of
It's a wild ride.
You thought about it real quick.
She's like, do I want to tell them?
I was like, should I just back out now?
Well, we're here and we're ready to listen to your chisme. Whenever you're ready. Are you guys ready?
I'm ready,
dude,
girl.
I'm
Tell me the
excited.
story.
Okay, let's do it.
You guys need to stay ready. Everybody have your like popcorn and everything, or?
Yes. We have our shots.
We have our
Okay,
shot
all
ready.
Oh, okay, for sure. Let me get mine.
Dinos.
Okay, so my story starts back when I was pregnant with my daughter. I was working at this little taco shop. It's like local to the high desert. It's a small business.
Mm-hmm.
And I had worked there before. I wasn't a fan of the owners. Son bien creídos. They're like, like, we're better than everybody kind of thing. And I was getting ready to go on maternity leave, and they kept asking me if I was coming back. And I was like, I don't think so. I didn't tell them that, though, you know. But I was like, I'll have to see. Like, I don't know, and blah, blah, blah. And there was this guy who worked there, but I didn't really talk to him. Like, I don't really get involved with my coworkers. It's messy. So I went on maternity leave. I had my daughter, and one of my mutual friends from that taco shop was like, hey, do you want to go out with us? We're going to go to the bar. And I was like, oh, I haven't been out in a while. Like, let's go.
Let's go perrear.
So we went. Not to perrear, but I'll drink, you know? I'll support my friends. I'll just watch with the back. But so I went, and she invited that guy that I used to work with. He's like very reserved, and you literally have to force a conversation out of him. And he started talking to me, so we just started having a conversation, and like next thing you know, we were like just hooking up. And then one day,
it was so hard to force a conversation, pero el camote no.
Luego.
Damn.
Look. Tequila, okay?
It's always a tequila.
Wait, that date te metiste con él.
Yeah, that
y cuéntanos, cuéntanos, ¿valió la pena? O sea, estuvo bien.
After that, we just started hooking up all the time, and like to me,
it was worth it. It was good.
Le gustó. Okay, damn girl.
Well, you know, the first time doesn't count. You have to try it again and see what
I'm dead.
It's like cuando vas a probar la comida, you're getting a sample, and if you like it, you go
get it. Take the full course meal.
I only got a sample. But, so, anyways, we just started hooking up all the time, and then we started going out, and he started calling me his girlfriend. He never asked me or anything. And to me, I was just like, okay, like, you know, I'm not seeing anyone else. I'm not messing with anyone else. Like, I'll stick here. It's cool. Okay. So, I don't know. It was weird to me that he would call me his girlfriend because, like, soy pegajosa, you know? I like talking all day. I like phone calls, and he wasn't like that.
And you catch
He'd send me, like, a couple texts a day. I did like him, you know. I wasn't like in love with him or anything.
Okay.
But yeah, and then like nunca me decía like, oh, que hermosa te ves, nothing like that. So to me, it was like, I don't know how like you think this is a relationship, but I kind of just went with it, and we were on and off a lot because his communication sucks. And one time we had this fight because I went to a party and I wanted him to come, but he had to work. So then we had this fight, and then I was like, you know what, whatever, I can't keep doing this, and I blocked him, and I just left it at that. Like, I sent him this really long message saying, you know what, we're done, blah, blah, thank you for everything, and I blocked it.
Damn. Getting scared. It's getting serious.
It sounds like he's obsessive. I'm going to guess. Can we all take a guess real quick before you keep going?
Okay, take a guess.
I think he became obsessed with her y ya nunca la dejó en paz.
It's giving crazy vibes.
It's giving I'm done with you, but he's not done, bitch.
Not gonna take
it's like
that.
one of those where like they don't want to do the chasing, but the moment like they're not chasing them anymore, like como que se vuelven locos.
Sí.
Because she was saying that like he wasn't really like giving her that much attention. So the moment she cuts it off, like I feel
se va a volver loco, ¿verdad?
¿Sí o no? Tell me the truth right now.
A ver, tell us right now.
Spill the beans.
Well, I'm gonna tell you you're wrong. This is going a whole different way. No se imaginan, okay?
Oh shit. Okay.
I'm scared.
So, all right. So in August, I'm a full-time student. I started in August, and my first day was August 7th. But my car had broken down, so I was like, and then my school is 40 minutes away. Sorry, my kids are fighting.
Oh, that's boxing match in the back.
Are you hearing that? Up, get her.
Put him in a headlock.
I'm like, wait, put the gloves on first, guys. but yeah, so my school's 40 minutes away, and I didn't know what I was going to do. And the 6th just happened to be his birthday, the day right before. So they were celebrating his birthday at work, and our mutual sent me a picture of like him with this cake. And then I was like, oh, I just hearted it. You know, no hard feelings. It is what it is. And then he tells her to tell me to unblock him. And I was like, okay, you know what? Like, I need to ride to school. He wants to be unblocked. So, you know, we can work something out.
I'm dead. Not the ride to school.
Yeah, not la cajuela.
Métete atrás.
Okay, so I unblocked him, and like I said, it was his birthday. My birthday had passed, and I didn't get a happy birthday. Like, he was blocked, but if he wanted to, he would. Like,
you didn't get that chile on the birthday?
Anyway,
her silence are very loud. Her silence.
Look, I had to secure my ride to school, okay? But yeah, so he came over, we talked and all that, and the next morning he gave me a ride to school, and after that, our relationship was like perfect. I was getting everything that I had wanted like before that he wasn't giving me.
Wait, they got a relationship.
Yeah. So, wait. So it was like legit relationship?
We got back together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pero ahora sí ya bien.
Yeah, todo bien. Like, he did a whole 360. Like, and my mentality was like, oh, being blocked helped. You know, like, he learned.
Yeah, like he learned his lesson.
But little did I know. So one day, he shows up to my house, like, really drunk. And I have no idea how he drove like that. Like, it's really bad. He's throwing up, and he's yelling at me. So I fed him. I gave him some water. I put him to bed. And I was like, hey, where's your phone? And he's like, I don't know. And he knocked out. And I was like, okay, I'm pretty sure I know where his phone is. And I need to know why he got this drunk, so I'm going to go look. And I went to get his phone from his car. I found it pretty easy. And I was like, all right, here we go. I'm about to be a toxic and go through his phone. So I start scrolling through everything, and I'm looking, and I don't see anything. And I go on his messenger, and I'm scrolling down, and I see the boss's daughter's name in his DMs. And I was like, what's this little girl doing in here? Like, she's married. She has 2 kids. And like I said, like, thick and in, like, better than everybody else and this and that. So I was like, it's probably just work related, right? So I go and I click on it. And the first message I see is the last one that she sent him. And it was on his birthday. And so it was a long message. And I was like, oh, mi güerito hermoso, que feliz cumpleaños, que te amo. And I'm in shock. I'm shook. Because, like, what is Little Miss Perfect doing here? So, of course, I have to read everything. So I start scrolling up. And then I'm thinking to myself, too, like, this man is so hard to have a conversation with. Like, how did this start? I need to know. And so I scroll all the way up, and I see her, like, trying to make small talk with him. She's sending him videos. He's, like, just reacting or leaving her on red. And she's asking him stuff, and he's giving her, like, short answers and leaving her on red. And she's literally in his DMs, like, begging him. She's like, please answer me. Why don't you want to talk to me? Like, soy muy enfadosa. Like, what's going on? Yes, this married woman.
Somebody else
and I'm like,
obsessed.
There's no way. Yes. I'm like, there's no way. Like, I didn't even try with him. He came to me. So I never say anything unless I have receipts. So what I do, I take out my phone and I record their whole message. Like, I'm just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling in case anything happens. I have something to secure myself with.
Damn.
So I did not wake him up because, like I said, this man was really drunk. And I was like, if I wake him up and I tell him, he's going to be mad, so I'm just going to wait till the morning. So he woke up and he starts trying to get lovey-dovey with me. And I'm like, I have to talk to you. And he was like, what? Like, if you have something to say, just say it. And I was like, so I didn't know what to say. So I just handed him his phone and he looked at me and I was like, I went through it. And then he got mad and he started getting up and he's trying to grab all his stuff. And he's like, what did you find? And I was like, I found your messages with so-and-so. And he's like, I never had anything to do with her. And he just started yelling at me. He's like, I never had anything to do with her and this and that. And I was like, that's not what the messages say.
Dude,
he got mad so quick.
Why are guys like that? Why? Like when they get caught up, they're acting all like, what are you talking about? I didn't do shit. I didn't do bitch. It's right here.
Block him again.
Face, dumbass. Yes.
Like, little do you know, I have every single message in my phone. But so we broke up, and honestly, I feel like I wasn't upset because he blocked her on his birthday. And like I said before that, it didn't feel like a relationship to me. So I wasn't like, I was a little upset, you know, but it wasn't a big thing to me. And I was like, honestly, if he were to quit his job, I feel like maybe we could move past it because I wouldn't want him working with her.
Hell no. But are you guys?
I wasn't gonna tell him that.
Are you guys? But you guys, this was like your guys' last time together, or you guys still talk to this day?
No, so we got back together after that. So I wanted him to quit his job, but I wasn't gonna say that, right?
Okay.
And then so maybe a week or two later, he texted me and he's like, hey, like, I quit my job and I this and I that. And I was like, all right, let's try it again. So we did, but I just had those insecurities, you know, and I kept going through his phone. And one time I got caught going through his phone. So this man came over and he fell asleep and his phone was in his pocket, like on the other side of the bed. So I was like, man, how do I go get it, right? So I'm like, if I try to be sneaky, it's going to be obvious. So I went to the other side of the bed, and then I was pretending to grab my AirPods, and I used my foot to drag his pants around to the other side of the bed.
I feel like we've all done that type of like sneaky shit, not necessarily but like just like trying to get something, dude. No,
she's like, I distracted him with one hand and with my toe.
It's a ninja. No manches. Damn. And you got it.
Louie knows the trick. I got it, and I took his phone and I took my phone and I went to the living room and I was going through it. And then I heard him get up and I hear him looking for his phone. So I'm over here panicking. I didn't know what to do. And then he comes out and I locked his phone and tucked it under like one of the couch cushions. And I took my phone out and I just got on TikTok. And he came out and he looked at me all mad. And then he saw I was on my phone and he's like, oh, never mind.
Oh, shit.
And then so eventually I got caught or whatever. And then we had this big fight and that was it. I was like, okay, I'm done. But that other girl, the boss's daughter, the married one, she kept looking for him and she couldn't get a hold of him. So she started watching my Instagram stories and stuff because all my stuff is public.
Oh, shit.
And I knew it was her because I went through her following and she was following their restaurant and her family and stuff.
Yeah.
But I just had to confirm it. So I saw that she was following someone that I knew. Like, I don't talk to them, but I know them. So I messaged them and I said, hey, is this her? And they said, yeah, it is her. And I was like, okay, if she wants to watch something, I'll give her something to watch. So I pulled out one of my screenshots and I posted it. And she saw it and she freaked out.
On your story or on your feed?
No, on my story. I posted it on my story.
You did that.
You don't give a fuck.
Hell yeah.
Well, like I said, if she wanted to watch something, I was going to give her something to watch.
Ándale. Get another shot. Fuck, for real. Damn.
So then our mutual friend calls me and she's like, hey, like she's freaking out that you posted that and that. And I was like, well, she wanted to be looking at my stuff. So there you go. And then she said that if I took it down, she would never watch my stuff again. So I was like, all right, this one time I'm going to take it down. And after that, I didn't see her page anymore, but I started noticing like new fake accounts watching my stuff.
Yeah. So I was like, she's obsessed.
Yeah, so I was like, he doesn't want anything to do with you. I don't know why you're still trying, but whatever, right? So I know a lot of people that she knows, and she doesn't realize that because it's a really small community here.
Uh-huh.
So she kept running her mouth and saying all this stuff, and I was like, I'm going to ignore it. But the last thing that she said that like bugged me, that was it for me. She was like, porque estoy gordita, and she told everyone, she's like, oh, Like, ¿cómo se lo cogió si está gorda? And then so I was like, all right. That's crazy because how did he book you when you're married, you know?
Yes.
Like,
the nerve on that girl.
Yes, su madre.
Like so then I was like, all right, if we're going to get messy, we're going to get messy. So I decided to take all my screenshots and I sent them because I was looking for her husband, but I couldn't find him. And I was like, maybe he's not on social media, right?
Yeah.
So I go to her Instagram and I find everybody with her last name and her husband's last name and I sent them my screenshots.
You sent them to all of them?
No, you did not.
I sent them my screenshots.
I
sent everybody one screenshot. Right?
A la tía, al tío, la abuela, al abuelo.
Al husband.
And you know that she has be chismosas.
Oh my gosh.
So I sent it to everybody. And it turned into this really big thing. And her dad ended up asking our mutual for my number. And I said no, because I didn't want them having my number.
Yeah.
So he told our mutual to tell me that he's going to find me because his daughter is talking about killing herself. And that he's going to find me and he's already had someone looking for my address and I don't know what.
The fuck?
And I had talked to her. She was like, why are you doing this to me? And I was like, I just want you to see what happens. Like, you know, you could have come to me woman to woman, but instead you had to be sneaky. You had to be, you know, throwing in duress. You had to be doing all this stuff. And like, none of this was necessary. And then she was like, what do you want? And I was like, I just want everyone to know the truth. And then eventually I found her husband and I reached out to him and he replied to me. And we had a long conversation. He's like, what else do you know? So I started telling him like all kinds of stuff. I was like, when she says she's going out with her best friend, she is. But they're leaving you the kids because they're going over to his house. And like,
oh my God.
You know, I brought all my receipts and I said this, and that. And then he asked me like 3 or 4 times too. He's like, what do you want? What do you want? And I was like, I just want you to know the truth. Yeah. And I just want everyone to know that they're not as perfect as they say they are. So they shouldn't be judging everyone else.
Yeah.
And so that was that. And I made a TikTok about it too, you know, because TikTok's like, everyone sees it.
Yeah.
So they had asked me to take my post down and I said no, like I ignored them. And I'm sitting in class one day and I get a call from an unknown number, like restricted. And I never answered them, but I was like, let's do it today. So I did, and I hear, hey, this is Deputy so-and-so with the Hysteria Police Department. We're looking for Alejandra. And I'm like, what is going on right now? So I'm like, this is Alejandra. Like, what can I do for you? And so he was saying that supposedly her dad said someone called him, and they said that if he sends them money, he can make all of my posts go away. So that they're trying to get me for extorting them. What? And I never did that.
I think so. They were saying that I was going to face what? I'm confused. So, like, they want to sue you?
No,
no, they weren't going to. Well, yeah, I guess so.
Well, the police department called you. So supposedly, no, that the police department called you and told you to like they wanted that if they gave them money, they could take down all the posts. You know, it's like a tanto, right? But like,
so that's like blackmail and extortion. So that's what they were trying to get.
So it was a sheriff or it wasn't a sheriff?
I have to make sure. So I was freaking out and I was like, okay, you know what? Can I have your number? I'm in class. I'll call you back in a little bit. So he gave me his number. I called the police department and I said, hey, I had this sheriff call me. I want to know if it's legit. And they confirmed it was legit.
Dude, I was about to tell you, like, are you sure that was legit?
Yeah.
But okay, now that you're telling me.
Yeah,
oh
no.
my gosh.
I cover my tracks. So I'm freaking out a little bit, wondering, like, you know, what's going on. But at the same time, like, I had to pause. I collected my thoughts, and I said, you know what? I never asked anyone for money. I never blackmailed anyone. Like, I know that I'm innocent, so I'm going to act on that. So I called him back, and I said, you know what? I want you to go ahead and press those charges. And he's like, are you sure? And I said, yes, because you said that he received a phone call. If he received a phone call, it's going to be in my phone records. You can have my phone records. You can have my social media passwords. Like, you can have whatever you want. And you're going to see that I am innocent. I did not do that. They asked me multiple times what I wanted, and I said I just wanted the truth to be told. So go ahead and press those charges. But when they fail, I'm going to turn around and press charges on them for everything that they're causing me right now.
It's like they were trying to scare you off.
Literally.
Yeah, they were. And it worked for a second, you know. But I just had to breathe and figure it out.
Damn.
So, like I said, they own a small business and they do have cop friends that go. So I'm wondering if that was one of their friends, like trying to intimidate me. Because once I started saying everything, he's like, well, okay, like, I don't know. And then he's like, well, we can still get you for harassment. And I was like, yeah, I looked up harassment online, and harassment is a hard case to go for.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to do it, go ahead. Catalia, ven. And
Aplácate, Catalia,
yeah,
una
so,
Damn.
Catalia, I'm on the phone now.
Damn.
But yeah, so it was this whole big thing, and at the end of the day, nothing ever came from it.
Oh,
damn.
shit.
Are you still with the guy?
I am not. He
him?
did try getting back together with me, and I told him no, and that was pretty much it.
Qué bueno.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, hell no. Hijo de su puta madre,
He was
neta.
just bringing drama into your life.
You gotta get away from all that shit and you gotta live a happy life.
Yeah.
But
The
God
story
damn,
kept getting
Alejandra.
crazier and crazier.
I literally did not expect that at all.
Pero
Yeah.
por de menos, Alejandra, no te dejaste.
See,
Yes,
no, I'm
good
really
for
glad
you.
that
No,
Yeah.
for nothing.
I'm
you had your
glad
shit
you did.
straight and you were like, no, I have nothing to be afraid of. I
Yeah,
didn't do
and
anything
you're
bad.
really smart too. Like she did her research. She made sure that the facts were like
Dale.
facts. Like, good job.
Cara
Good
tu
job.
pinche placa de FBI porque tú eres
Thank you.
perrísima con todo esto. Te amo, Alejandra. Well, I'm very, very grateful that you were a part of today's episode, que compartiste esta historia. ¿Hay algo más que quieras decirle a los viewers or somebody that's stuck in the same situation? ¿Qué consejo le darías tú a esa gente?
I would just say keep your calm and know your worth. You know, like you shouldn't have to be
Yes.
putting up with stuff that you know that you don't have to. Remove yourself from the situation, and before you deal with anything hectic, just breathe. Breathe, and you'll figure it out. I promise.
Yeah, I
Breathe y
love
meterle
that.
mano.
Not
That's so
that
good.
serious.
I love it.
Thank you, Alejandra, so much. We're super excited to release this episode and stay tuned for it. Creo que este va a salir como en 2 semanas. Así que está al pendiente. When you see Louie and Yoatzi's episode, aquí vas a estar en este episode. Muchas gracias.
Bye, Alejandra.
Thank you, Alejandra.
Thank you guys so much for having me. It was so great to meet you.
Thanks for the
Thank
story.
you. Ándale, pues cuídate.
Adios.
Bye.
Igualmente, bye.
Bye. Damn, bitch. Fuck that.
That was
insane.
Fuck
crazy.
that. Fuck the fucking
Dude, I had
locos.
so much anxiety.
Dude, es que la neta, hay veces, y sí es cierto como dice Louie, a veces hay hombres que dicen como que no le gusta que le rueguen,
Sí.
y ya cuando dejas de rogarlos, they go
Ahí
after
van.
you.
Sí. That's where I thought the
Fuck
story was going to go, but I
Yeah.
didn't think it was going to come from like the
Like
other
the crazy-
side.
Yo pensé que iba a
No.
terminar en el bote or something. Dije, puta madre. Dije,
Because you know how
esta
you gave us like
persona
the
que-
little
yeah,
like
the little
taste at the
cut.
beginning?
Dije, esta se va a agarrar hasta
Yes, that's what I
putazos.
thought.
Damn, dude.
But
that's
the story kept
fucking
getting
crazy.
crazier and crazier and further from what I was thinking. And I was
Yeah.
I did not expect that.
There's a lot of obsessive
You thought you had it
people.
all figured out, huh?
Ah, you thought you had all that
He was like, well, I
fucking...
think this is gonna
like,
happen.
I know. I was all giving y'all like the story and shit. I was
No,
all
like, you're fucking
goosebumps.
wrong.
I was like, okay. No, that was
Okay.
crazy.
Alejandra, if you're watching this, girl, I'm glad you're out of that fucking situation, but be careful with bitches like that. Back yourself up.
Yes, run away. Vámonos.
Literally.
Vámonos
Chinga.
a la chingada.
Sí.
No, hombre, you guys, la neta que yo siento como que la gente a veces sí puede ser un poco obsesiva y un poco loco. You guys have never had obsessive ass people in your life or stalkers?
Oh, yes, I have it.
Yes.
Really?
But not at Alejandra's level. That
No.
was insane.
You've had
Mine
a
was
stalker?
worse.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
It was worse. Yeah.
You had a friend that was very like obsessive?
Not a friend, but I don't want to talk about it.
We won't talk
It's
about it. Have you ever
traumatizing.
had like a stalker, like someone that's just always behind you?
I don't think so. Not like
No?
to that level. I mean, no.
No, I
No?
don't.
Thankfully, because I feel like I would be so freaked out.
Dude,
I
I'd
don't
be
know if I could
fucking
handle
like
that.
cagándome as fuck. I feel like
Yeah.
if I ever
Baby
had a
reindeer
stalker, dude, you guys have never had people like show up to your guys' house outside and like
That,
literally-
yeah.
Yeah,
And
we
that's
did
what,
a
that's what I'm
lot.
saying. Like, if I had a full-on stalker,
Yeah.
I don't know how I'd handle that. Because I've had people like follow me home or people come to our,
Really?
like, our house
When
and
we used to
stuff.
live up north in our not childhood home, but where we lived for like over 10 years, we would have people pulling up and like waiting for us outside and be like,
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Uh-huh.
they would come knock, like, can we salute?
Knock?
Yeah,
Nos
knock
traían
with like
regalos
cameras, like ready
and,
to
like-
record us and stuff.
Crazy.
You know what?
Yeah.
I was in Mazatlan about 3 weeks ago. There was this guy. So in the hotel we were staying at, you need bracelets, like so that they know who's going up the elevator, that you're in that
I've
hotel.
heard of that.
And I went to my room and I didn't know that there was a guy following me, and it was like 2 a.m. and there was a guy following me to my room. And this was an all girls trip, so there was no guys. My husband or my fiance didn't go with me. So I was with my suegra and my mom, but I was in the room with my mom only. And the guy follows me upstairs and he didn't have a bracelet, but I didn't see him. He was kind of farther. And I go and lay down and I hear a knock and he says, room service.
Shut the
Yeah.
fuck up.
And I'm the type of bitch to never look at the camera, the little circle and the thing. Like I just open a lo puro pendejo. And my mom's always been the type to like, ¿Quién es? ¿Quién es? Like, ¿quién está en la puerta? And I was like, no es nadie. And I opened the door. And the guy's all like, ¿puedes salir para afuera y te sacas una foto conmigo? O si no, yo le voy a decir a todos en dónde te estás quedando.
No way.
Yeah. And I was all like, pues diles. I was like, diles donde estoy, diles cuál cuarto. I was like, right now I'll call the downstairs, the lobby, and I'll tell them what the fuck just happened. Diles donde estoy, like, I don't care. Tú no vas a venir a mi cuarto. Like, who are you? You know? And then he was all like, ándale, no seas mamona. Sácate una foto conmigo. Eres bien creída. I was like, son las dos. I was like 2 something. I was like, son las 2 de la mañana. Like, ¿qué estás haciendo? No, I'm not taking a picture with you. Yeah, I called the lobby and I was like, can you call someone? Like, you guys are always checking people with bracelets.
Like, what the fuck?
Why isn't there someone?
Yeah.
And they called someone and they went upstairs y dijo, ya no hay nadie, ya se fue. And I remember the next day when we were going to go to the playa, we were outside and there were people outside. Like, oh my God, you were posted on Facebook that you were staying here. Like, can we take a picture with you?
Wait,
and
you talked about this online, no?
No, I've never talked about this. This was 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
this just happened. Yeah, this just happened.
Oh, hell no.
No, that was another time at my grandma's house. But that happened. People sometimes like are hella crazy. You know, like that guy was all like, oh, sales o te publico. Publícame, cabrón. You know, like, damn. Anyways, before we wrap the episode, what's the best piece of advice that you would give to each other as siblings and as like you that you want to see the best out of your sister, you versus being the best for your brother or wanting to see him the best? What's the best piece of advice you would give to each other? Or just like something you would want to tell to each other?
Báñate.
Cállatela bien. No.
Por fin, báñate, por favor.
Or just something you would want to tell to each other.
I think I would like to tell you.
Confession
she's
hour.
Like, go back to school.
Like, this isn't working for you. I think you have been doing amazing with everything. And like we were talking about not that long ago, don't let your stress and your thoughts get the best of you. And I know you're doing amazing. So just keep going and trust your gut and intuition, because I know you can do so much more with the beautiful platform that you have. And don't like let any outside things destroy how beautiful you are from the inside.
Damn.
Thank you. Oh,
that is beautiful. No, for real.
For me, it's to get out.
You're like, I need to go to the bathroom.
Don't have more kids, please.
No, for me, I would just say to continue focusing on your happiness. And I think this is the happiest that I've ever seen you, because I feel like it's been really hard for you in the past. And to not let people continue to bring up and judge you for your past and make you feel like you shouldn't. I don't know how to put it into words. Like, I just feel like your feelings are valid, and don't let people think that what you went through in the past isn't. And I'm really happy for you, and you're doing an amazing job with your kids, and your kids are the happiest niñitos ever. And thank you for being a great sister.
Oh, dude, yes. This is dude, I fucking love this. I love seeing siblings just being happy with each other. Why? Because you're siblings, dude. Like, it's normal to fight. It's normal to argue. It's normal to, like, quejarse. Pero uno, at the end of the day, blood is blood, dude. Yes. And that's just how it is. Is there anything that you guys have planned for your supporters or your viewers for the year of 2024? Anything you want to share?
We definitely, we're obviously Pretty Not Smart. I feel like, we love doing our podcast, but I think it's so cool, and I'm sure you can relate how, like, it almost feels like you just have a bigger connection with your viewers who are listening and watching.
Yes.
So I feel like we just want to expand a little bit more with what we're doing with Pretty Not Smart, which is either throwing more events or we did a really intimate dinner with some of our viewers. We chose like
so much
20 because it was our first time doing it, and being able to just talk to them and interact with them was super
one-on-one was beautiful.
Nice. So I feel like hopefully just more projects like that, and
maybe more collabs together.
Do you guys have any collabs this year that are going to be releasing or launching or something?
No, I don't think this year we don't have anything planned. Huh? All right. But we don't know yet.
Oh, they're like, we can't talk about this yet.
We have something in the works, but it's not solidified.
It's not like solidified.
So, because imagine les digo, and then everyone's waiting.
And then they're like waiting, y todavía no. Pero hay algo. Así que muchachas, estén al pendiente, estén al atento. Yes. I'm so excited for this episode to launch. Thank you guys so much for being a part of today's episode. I hope you guys felt comfortable and you guys felt very, welcomed here. Yes. A mí me dio mucho gusto de todo corazón verlos aquí. Y les deseo nada, pero lo mejor en las redes sociales, because you guys are two really big examples for the community, especially the Latin community. So I'm very, very happy to have you guys here today. And for everybody watching, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, review on Spotify. Remember, we're on YouTube and Spotify every Wednesday at 12. And we will see you next week on a new episode of Suelta La Lengua con Itati. Bye. Bye.